In a long-forgotten land, in a jungle dark and deep, there hides a ruined site, a tower temple, and a key. But what lies within, and what lays beneath, monsters, treasures, traps, and more, is what adventurers truly seek. Mega Dungeon! Mega Dungeon! Big and bold we descend. Monsters lurk round each bend. Treasure hunts, puzzles too, adventures wait for me and you. Mega Dungeon! Magic swords in our hands. Together we make our stand. Through the dark and the light, conquer every fight. Mega Dungeon! Side by side, face the fight. Heroes shine in the night. Secrets found, legends grow. The Mega Dungeon!
Nope.
Let's go!
All I hear is Mega Dungeon.
I can't hear the thing. I'm not watching this stream.
We're live. They could hear
Oh,
you at the
thank-
very end because we're live. And
Are you
Your
reprimanding me?
I
cameras
am
are-
because
are
it's the
messed
Mega
up.
Dungeon. Oh shoot! You know what? Not everybody's even on screen though. Here, let me.
No, not everybody is on screen.
Yeah, because
So you've
there's
gotta-
like there's way more people here than
There
I
it is.
anticipated. There we
Nope.
go.
Restart the
Nope.
stream.
There it is. There it is.
Oh,
Now
well.
everybody's. Now we can see everybody.
Yeah, there we go. Now everybody's on stream. Hello and welcome. We're the Dicks in the Dark, and this is our Dungeons and Dragons game, Mega Dungeon, where we play BX Dungeons and Dragons. Old school player's map, kick down the door, fight the monster, cut its head off, put it in pickle juice, loot everything else, and rinse and repeat. Or at least that's what they've been doing so far. My name's DM Steve, and if you like Dungeons and Dragons, make sure to hit that like button. Also, think about subscribing to the channel so that you don't miss any Dungeons and Dragons that we play, because we play a lot. Ring the bell so you get all the notifications. Share the stream and leave a comment down below. Redemption system? Yeah, there's no redemption system. Maybe in the future. We've got some guests today as well as the regular
Redeem
dicks.
Angry Man Smash.
So, without further ado, let's introduce our friends here. We've got Garrett. Garrett, how are you doing? You weren't here last week. You feeling okay?
Yeah, mostly good today. A little dehydrated, but good enough to play.
All right. Well, I see you've got your big canister of water, so keep sucking that down, and you'll
The
be
one
all
as
right.
big as your head. Yeah.
Yeah. We're happy to have you back to get the legit vibe going. And then, of course, our guest, Country Fried Minis. Cameron, how are you doing?
Hello, I'm a little tired today, but I'm excited to get in here and roll some dice. It will perk me right up.
I feel about the same way. I'm very, very tired. But then, not only did you stream last night, but then you streamed earlier today and like painted a bunch of minis. And speaking of that, if you're into like miniature painting, check out Country Fried Minis YouTube channel, because he's got lots of miniature painting. Paint in a Bag, hosted by me and Dan. You have to go over there and check that out. And of course, TTRPG Tuesdays, where right now I'm the DM. And here in a couple weeks, this guy over here, way over here, is going to be the DM. Blake, how are you doing tonight, buddy?
I'm doing great, Steve. Thanks for having me again. I can't wait to start Mutant Crawl Classics. We've already got a couple of things in the works. Trying to prep some things behind the scenes. I got a couple people rolling characters so far. Things are looking good.
Sweet. I'll get to rolling mine. I've just been busy with you
You got
know.
plenty of time. Plenty of
that
time.
stuff. But yeah. I'm excited about it too. Mutant Crawl Classics. That's gonna be fun. So look forward to that on Country Fried Mini's YouTube channel. And of course, back with us again, Nathan. How are you doing? You also weren't here last week, so you missed some exciting pickling.
I watched it. I watched the stream sorta.
That's
I mean,
good. That's good. Well, maybe you can tell us what happened because I don't know that I completely remember what happened.
oh,
I don't know.
okay.
Dungeon Dan, maybe
Well,
you can tell us what happened. How are
I would-
you?
Not on 3 hours of sleep. I can't tell you what happened. I can barely tell you what happened today.
What happened today? No,
I
really.
don't
What
know.
what happened today? All right.
Yeah. Woo.
I think it's time for Mega Dungeon. Let's go over to the Mega Dungeon screen and Garrett. It's your time to shine. Let's vibe it up.
All right.
High vibes.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Holy.
Uh-oh.
So
Maybe mucking
Potentially
with
the
Philip
worst.
led to some bad vibes.
Oh man.
yeah,
That could be good.
it
Yeah, I
could
think
be
that is the
good.
lowest we've ever rolled.
So bad it's good?
Wow. Wow.
Maybe. We find that sometimes the outliers are the best games. So, extra low, extra high. This is extra low. And as a reminder, this is the final session of Mega Dungeon for March, the full month of March Mega Dungeon Madness. From now on, Mega Dungeon will be the last Wednesday of every month. So, our guests, you guys are, of course, welcome to join us the last Wednesday of every month. And there might be some in-betweeners depending on what happens. If we need to have a little in-between show, we might just announce an impromptu mega dungeon in the middle of the month, and we'll let you guys know about that, and we'll let everybody else know
I
about
was
that too.
I was hoping you were
Like,
gonna say all of those things.
Yeah. So yeah.
like
So
those specific words?
those
Yeah,
specific words.
I was hoping for a continuation. This has been fun, even with sporadic
Oh.
attendance.
Is that new? Or is
I've had
that
this for a while, but I feel like it doesn't show up very well on stream, but with the lights off, it does, and you can see Deep Space Nine, and when there's warmth in the cup, there's a wormhole, but it's starting to get cool, so the wormhole is starting to disappear.
I want you to
Lights
think
out.
about Odo and Quark and understand that Rule 43 exists.
Oh
But I
God.
thought-
We've gone there.
It's 34.
Oh, that's okay. Now I understand. Like I was like
Oh, it's
mentally
movie
trying to
43.
figure out what
Yeah.
what rule
yeah.
43 was. 34 I know. That's easy because everybody knows
Wait,
that one.
could
But I
you
was
rule
like,
explain
Rule 43 is you put a paper towel around the stuff in the microwave before you start it.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. That makes sense.
I made a little foo-poo.
Yeah.
Fupa.
I mean, I thought Rule 43 had to do with wheelchairs.
Wait a second.
Oh, we can't go back into that. We can't.
Yes. Also, I just realized in the chat we've got Mr. Comstar Knight says, I like the part that goes. I'm not sure what.
Mega Dungeon.
Oh, I gotcha.
It's the Mega Dungeon music.
I like
It's
that
the
part too. I
music.
like that part
Yeah.
too. And we got another Nate in chat. But apparently phone battery is poopy.
No, that says better.
The
Vat
phone
batter?
phone batter. I don't
phone
want to know
batter.
what phone batter is, boy.
It's
You
the
know
stuff
what
you
it is.
find in the case when you take it off after 6 months.
Yeah, I don't know what
Like-
that
it's
is
like
either.
schmegma for
Welcome,
phones.
guys.
Wait.
Ooh. Ew. So, who wants to recap? Because
I think we make Garrett do it just because he wasn't
yeah.
here last.
I kind of don't really like. I don't really remember what happened. I'll
I
be
know what
honest.
happened.
What happened? Tell us what happened, Mr. Country Fried Minis.
Should I do the recap? Okay, all right.
Yeah, that'd be great.
So we went into this hallway, yeah, and we flipped the lever, and it started making rumbly noises, and we're trying to figure out what the rumbly noises did, and we were in that hallway where there's like a trap in the floor, and we were all standing on it when the lever got switched. So somebody fell down the hole. Was it
That was
Sarducci?
Sarducci fell down into the hole, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah. Sarducci fell
Yeah.
down into the hole because I used my rope of climbing to get back up.
that is correct. And you took off to go find wood to help us get across it because I refused to roll for it. And then our thief tried to jump across it and failed by 1% on the roll and fell into it and
so that's all right
basically died.
here.
Yeah.
And then on the way out,
I stabilized him though.
yes, he was stabilized. He was
Yeah.
his load was lightened,
Yeah.
and we started to move on his way out. And Sarducci had met a friend who tried to poison him, so we kidnapped him.
We took his platinum too.
Yeah, we maybe robbed him after
Yeah.
freezing
Well,
him.
maybe I shouldn't have said anything about the platinum.
What?
Well, didn't also Chuck and Roland at the very beginning go up?
Tesla?
No, so
There were-
Chuck
yeah.
and
Tony.
Chuck and Tony.
Chuck
So
and Tony. That's right. That's right.
basically, since Tony wasn't here and Chuck was really wounded, we decided that Tony was gonna
Tony's always with you.
he was gonna escort Chuck up to the temple to get Chuck healed. I think they were also gonna go back and do something with pickling. For some reason, the pickling just stays in my head, but I don't know. Maybe it's just because I
No,
like pickles.
The
I like
pickling.
pickles too.
It was the crab meat that they were taking back to pickle.
Crab meat, yes, yes.
It was the crab meat
That's
because
right.
because I have it written
That's
down
what
because we
Tony
have-
was doing.
because
Tony and
the crab meat was for the pickling, but we also sent the crab shells back to see if the armorer could make crab shell armor and
That's
crab
correct.
shell
that's
weapons
right. That's right.
out of the giant crab shells.
Okay,
Wow.
it's
If
all
you-
coming
if
back
you-
to me now.
Mr. DM, if you look at my character sheet, you'll notice that it says down in my other notes that I just knows all about pickling meat products.
Knows all about
Mhm.
pickling meats. Let's
Hey.
see. He's married to Frankie's sister. Knows all about pickling meat products.
I think that's got to be a specific role. That's got to be
I'm gonna say
pickle roll.
that
Yeah,
then
he's a meat pickler, that one.
in
A meat
order,
pickler.
I'm gonna say that's gonna be an intelligence check. Go ahead and roll an intelligence check for Tony, for the pickling of the crab meat. We'll see how that goes.
With the input value, I just hit submit, right?
Yeah, just
There's
hit
no
submit.
bonus or minus.
Yeah, no bonus. Not for
What?
this.
Even though he knows.
Maybe
knows
I'll give
about
him a
pickling.
+1 because he's married to Frank's sister.
So I just put 1 in there,
Just
right?
put 1. Yeah, I think that worked. Doesn't that work, Garrett? If you just put 1 in, I think it like.
She's just my half sister.
Didn't we figure out that like it actually
Yeah,
just is normal? I think so. Anyway,
you can tell they're only
We're
half
gonna-
related because of
we're
the
gonna
tusks.
find out
we're gonna
soon.
find out in a
Yeah,
sec.
we'll see.
Yeah,
Maybe.
maybe. There we
Mayhem.
go. Ooh,
Wow.
success. Okay.
No,
All right,
no.
all right, all
If you
right.
put that 1 in, it increased it by 1. Or no, it didn't.
It get
It's fine.
it made the roll a -1. So
Yeah, it
the
did. It
bonus
did do
was a -1 on the roll. Since it's roll low, that's
7.
good. So an 8 becomes a 7. So yeah, that is a success. I'm gonna say that Tony is able to. Tony is able. Well, there was a lot of crab meat. Let's see here.
But
It's not
didn't
the
we
first
also
time
decide
Tony's dealt with crabs, I tell you.
we decided to put the crab meat in the same pickling bucket as the the heads? Or did
I'm
we
gonna
No,
say
no,
bec-
you don't want to mix meats. That's
Yeah,
a
I'm gonna say
service
because
faux pas.
because Tony rolled. That's what I was rolling for, to see like
What's
how
the
that
matter,
would go.
you?
So I think because he made his roll, he pickled them separate. Also, somebody's gonna have to write down that you have now 22 pounds
Jesus
of
Christ.
pickled
So
giant
much.
crab meats.
Jesus, that's so
Holy
much
crap.
crab.
I mean, they
Is
were
there a
like you had
variety?
there were
Is there a
3
variety?
full crabs,
That's
and
like
they
a
were
can
that's a
big.
vary
They were
your
like
that is
big.
a
you can
small
vary your pickling spice, and
that's a small
there's
child worth of crab. That's
Yeah.
what that is.
I bet this I bet I made some spicy pickled crab meat.
It could have been a lot higher. I mean, that's you know, I was anticipating up to 60 pounds of crab meat.
That's
I
so much
actually have a
crab.
strong feeling that you don't actually pickle the crab meat. The acid cooks it, kind of like ceviche with the lemon juice.
Crab
Hmm.
ceviche.
Oh, that's probably so. So essentially, you have 22 pounds of crab ceviche.
I
It's
told
just-
you I knew about
Does that
cooking
mean
crab
it's still in the
meat
claw?
products.
Well, no, because you took the one of the claws. I think is being used as a weapon, right?
We ate the
I-
claw meat down here. I fed some to my little bird.
Right, but isn't somebody using a part of a claw? Didn't somebody
Oh, yeah.
grab a part of a claw as a weapon? For some reason,
I
I
don't
thought that
know.
happened.
They might not be alive anymore.
I didn't write that down, so I don't
Oh,
know.
I think it
maybe.
was discussed, and we determined that without
Write
it
stuff
being
down.
made into a weapon, it would
Yeah,
be
it would be difficult to do. Yes.
Right.
yeah.
Okay. So then the second thing is Tony and Chuck took up the crab carapace. Were
Yes.
they just gonna sit on it for a while and wait for everybody else to come up? Also, the question: did everybody else just eventually go back up?
Yeah, we were going up the elevator with the now unconscious Philip K. Dick.
The Philip and also Roland, who is now blue, I think.
Yeah, he's not only blue, but he's bandaged up like a mummy because he's
Yeah.
basically a meat pulp.
Yeah,
Top
yeah. He had like
Dude.
bones sticking out and stuff. Yeah, he was definitely in a bad shape
He
from
slipped.
that fall.
He just
Dude,
had a
Philip
little
K. Dick's Dream of Sheep.
All right.
What?
Well then,
I know. I get the reference.
I me too. I understand. I get it.
It's more funny that it wasn't funny.
Yeah. So I guess the question is now, what are you guys gonna do? You've gone back up. Let's see. Well, first of all, Chuck
I
Testa.
think we're gonna. I think we ought to fence ourselves some pickled crab meat.
Fence?
Do we really need
Pickled
stores?
crab.
You're not even
Yeah,
that
we have
hurt.
a
For
place
some
to
reason, we were thinking you were hurt, but I'm like looking, you're only like 10 hit points down.
Well, he
So-
almost got his arm chopped off.
Oh, that's right. That's what that's why he needed the healing, because he did
Yes.
almost have his arm chopped off.
Right. I thought that was two
Chuck.
sessions ago, but yes.
It was 2 sessions ago, but that's why we sent you back. That was our reasoning for sending Chuck back up, because he needed to
Yeah.
get his
We
arm
had
healed.
logic.
So
Are we a cleric-less party?
No.
no.
No, I'm a cleric. But
I'm
Yeah.
a cleric level 1.
that's why what's his name is blue, because I fed him the blue healing potion.
Yeah,
So-
but that Philip tricked you into taking because he was going to poison you with whatever that was.
Yeah, we've also got a pink potion and a gold potion from that guy. We've got a knife from that guy. We've got mushrooms from that guy. We have
Yeah,
a
so
large
you're-
pearl from somewhere. We have the crab, and then we have the crab shells and the crab meat, and that's really all we got from pretty much that last session.
Well,
So
the big takeaway was. Go ahead.
He's a culturally appropriated Italian and also a priest.
Yes.
Yeah.
So just recall that Philip guy had discount potions, but was also very wealthy.
Oh yeah, well, no, we're not going to talk about that.
So when you bring Philip back up to Keep Town,
Yeah.
basically what happens is people are angry at Philip because he's a
Oh.
scammer. Because so Philip was the entry. I have a random encounter table, but it's me, so it's like some of them are normal monsters and some of it's like weird shit. And Philip was the entry that said um it says lost shady merchant. So
Fuck
that's
yeah.
the encounter that you had, was you had an encounter with a lost shady merchant. So when you bring him back up to Keep Town, you realize that one of the reasons that he went down into the mega dungeon is because everyone in Keep Town is pissed at him
Yeah.
because he's been selling them like weird potions
Well,
that do
now he's
weird
frozen
things.
and can't move
Ah,
because
That
his
either have
whole
like
character.
strange side effects or like whatever. So as soon as you get up from the mega dungeon, people are like, "Oh, that guy!" You know, he's clearly somebody people want to talk to. So
Oh,
are you gonna turn him to the mob, or are you going to
well,
what are you gonna
you
do in
know,
this situation here?
I think I think that Frankie here may know a thing or two about how to leverage people.
And he's held,
Oh,
right?
Fingers.
He
He's
is
oh,
held.
he's
yeah,
definitely held.
yeah,
Oh
okay,
yeah.
that's what I thought. He's held.
well, Frankie was thinking maybe in the rabble rousing that's happening here, he uses halfling stature to kind of duck away into the crowd and go
Oh,
find Tony
oh
so
no!
that nobody gets mad when they want their money back and they go digging for pockets that are empty. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So I
So
don't care so much. So yeah, Chrissy, he could defer back to Frankie, but Frankie won't be there
so
when
I
he
Okay.
does.
turned to ask Frankie, and he's already fucking
He's
gone.
gone. Yeah, he's split in the crowd of people in the commotion. He's split. Though Keep Town is not that big. Remember, I mean, it's just like the
I'm just looking
keep
for
of
Tony.
this. So yeah, Tony and Chuck Testa are probably they're probably like, coming out of the place going like, what's going on, like, hey, what's happening out here. So they're probably a party to all this. It's, there's all kinds of things happening out here. Also, Chuck, um since we said that you went to the temple, they healed you for 8 hit points, but they requested a donation of 60 gold.
Oh, sure.
So Sarducci, realizing that this guy is a scam, is really a scammer, and like the crowd wants him.
Yeah, and it's a crowd of like adventurers. It's like people that wanted those potions like in the mega dungeon to help them, and then
Hmm.
the potions were not useful or caused some like weird side effect. Like
So
there's like some girl, like some like barbarian woman in like chainmail armor, but she's completely bald. She has no hair on her body at all, and she's like screaming at this guy, and she's like, "My beautiful red hair!"
okay, so Sarducci, this guy is still held, right?
Yeah, he's held. He can't move at all.
Sarducci is going to pull out the potions, and he's going to hand both potions to this screeching barbarian and say, "He had tried to give these to me. You can have them and do whatever you want with these to him." And he's going to walk away.
I like it. I like it. Oh,
Okay.
I'm gonna follow Sarducci.
Okay.
So,
So you
but
just
but
you
but
just
but I
give
am
him to the crowd with the
yeah.
potions and just say
But
fuck it.
we're keeping the knife and the mushrooms.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
and obviously Frank has the platinum, So
Yeah.
everybody,
I don't know
I
what
think we
you're talking
split
about.
it. I think we
well,
split
well,
it.
okay,
Yeah.
you split
Yeah,
it.
we
Okay,
had
yeah.
sp-
I
we
think
had
I
split
believe it was
platinum.
15 each. I think it was 15
That's
each.
right. That's
Yeah.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. I forgot. All right, so yeah, he gets kind of enveloped by the crowd
Amazing.
as you kind of just skirt away. You don't really, no real consequence. It's just you wipe your hands of it, and the crowd takes their own justice, because that's just how it works here at in Mega
Mom,
Dungeon.
I kind of think that's a lawful thing to do. That would be kind of a
Right, yeah,
lawful.
and that's
Yeah.
not, I mean, that's kind of the law of this land. So,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
he was a scammer. Yeah, you don't
He was a scammer.
He's
I
just
don't
like,
I don't feel like that's a chaotic act.
yeah.
No, I feel
I
like
wipe
that's
I wipe on my hands of
definitely
this.
could be
Yeah.
seen as law, in a sense, because that is law here.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So you're done with that situation. I guess Chuck and with the group back together, you're filled in on the 22 pounds of pickled
Oh,
God.
Tom, what you got there? You got
meats
some crab?
and
I made it. I made it myself.
This guy's always pickling this guy.
We also need to
Yeah.
see who can talk to the armorer
Oh yes.
about the shell. Did you give
mm.
the shell to the armorer, or did
I'm
you
gonna
wait
say they
for?
probably didn't have enough time. They were pickling pretty hard, unless Chuck.
Oh, ooh.
Tony was
Mm,
like elbow
mm,
deep in 22 pounds of crab meat. Like, let's be honest.
mm.
So he didn't have time to deal with the shell. So I'm gonna say, Garrett, unless you tried to go and talk to the armorer about turning the crab shells into armor, well, I'll leave that up to you. Did Chuck? What did?
Sure, that sounds. Yeah.
Okay. All right, that's excellent. So you lug some crab shell over. You did this previously. Go ahead and make a charisma check. Let's see, since you're having to be talking to this armor, and
Listen, bud, I
Wow.
have so much money, and this stuff is like super hard. You gotta help me.
um, so obviously Chuck Testa is super super awkward. Um, but for some reason, the armorer is just like really cool with him.
Oh, did the armorer roll horribly?
Yeah, I made an
No.
opposed roll. I made it an opposed roll. And even though Chuck is an absolute like buffoon in front of this guy, for some reason the dude, maybe it's because he sees a little, because most of the people in the mega dungeon or in Keep Town are like former adventurers that were like delving in. He sees something of himself in Chuck. And he's like, yeah, I could probably do that for you. And because of that, there's not even a discussion about price, and he just leaves this crab pieces with the armor. So when you ask Chuck about it, he's just like, "Oh yeah, I gave those to the armor," and that's it. That's all you know.
Cost what it costs. That is just how it is.
So how hurt is everybody at this point?
Mm, I don't know if I'm
Not at
That's a
hurt.
good
all.
question.
Not hurt even a little bit.
Am I
I'm
the
full
one
health.
that's probably the most hurt then?
You did fall
You
50
might
feet.
be.
Mm-hmm.
You might be.
Roland is hurt really bad.
Roland
He's
is
the most hurt.
actually pretty. Yeah.
He's basically a lump of unrecognizable pulp.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right. Roland is stabilized, but I forgot. He was stabilized at -2.
That's right. So I think
So
it's probably
Roland is, yeah, he's like a bandaged piece of pulp on a litter. So
instead
um
of like burning spells and things like that, and sleeping and burning and sleeping and burning, I think maybe the best thing is just to go to the temple to get this man healed, and I will partake of some of the healing at the temple as well. Let's go to the temple.
Now, are you going to go to the same temple and take Roland to the same temple that you go to?
Well, isn't there only one?
No, there are 3 temples. There's a lawful temple, a neutral temple, and a chaotic temple.
Well, it depends what's Roland. I have to go to the lawful temple.
Yeah, Roland is a thief.
That doesn't matter.
Yeah, well, he is. You're thinking he's probably chaotic, but actually you don't know. Nobody asked him. Nobody was like, "Hey, Roland, what's your preferred religion?" What is your what's your generalized outlook on life?
Is he comatose?
Oh yeah, Roland is at -2 hit points. He is unable to speak to you. So you'd have to at least make him conscious to ask him his preference.
Okay, so what I will do then is I will go ahead and give him another Cure Light Wounds to see where
Okay.
we want to take him, because if I'm not paying for him, I'm a nice guy, but I'm not paying for him.
Dan, you're
you
not gonna
fucking kidding me?
believe.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I rolled
Is
a
it a
1, and since it's a Cure Light Wounds, it's 1d6 plus 1, and he's at -2, which means that he's still at 0, which means he's still unconscious.
Oh God. Oh my God.
See, this is why I like the negative hit point thing, because it is like it's almost more of a pain in the ass than like somebody just dying.
Hold on for a second. Let me take a look at something.
Especially if it's in the middle of a fight. That's the best. Because
Gotta
then
wait
you
2
have to
sessions
like
to die.
Well,
fuck with the
okay. Well, no matter what, we're gonna have to spend the night, because I'm gonna have to get my healing spells back, because if I burn this last one, the only thing I'll have left is I have a ring of memory, and I've got a healing spell in there, but I'm not going back into Mega Dungeon with one healing spell.
Okay. So you're gonna burn
I'm
one
on
more
board with that.
healing and then
Yeah.
stay the night
Yeah.
while Roland recovers in the
yeah.
temple. All right. So go ahead. You're gonna burn this Okay. So you burn your last healing. Oh my God! You're so lucky that you did this out of dungeon, because I just rolled another fucking 1.
Jesus Christ.
So Roland is just barely conscious. He's like, you ask him the question, and he's like, chaos.
Okay, so we're taking him to the Chaos Temple.
So you drag
Or-
Roland over the chaotic temple, and
Just leave him on the stoop with some crab meat.
And I'm gonna say that the folks at the chaotic temple help themselves to some of Roland's gold while he is in a
Oh
kind
yeah,
of
he did still have gold on him.
he
Well,
did.
he's got to
He
pay. He's
definitely
got to
did.
pay for the healing. You know, it makes sense.
But they did with his generous donation. He stayed the night there at the temple. They got him healed all up, and then Sarducci is going to the lawful temple, correct?
Right. Yes.
All right. So how much healing does Sarducci need?
I am 22 of 35.
Okay, so that's not
Oh,
that
you're
much.
fine.
That's not that much.
Well, it is. It's not good when you, because like I burned a spell on myself. Plus, yeah, we don't wanna go back,
you're back up to full hit points, but the lawful temple would like a donation of 60 gold.
that's fine. Where are we
Go.
here?
Can I make a trek to the neutral temple?
You can.
Because I got a little dinged up.
Oh
dying
yeah,
on this crab.
yeah. Okay. Frankie heads over to the neutral temple, and Let's see here. Oh yeah, they're able to patch you up all the way back to full. But they would just like a small donation of 75 gold.
They want more.
Well, they're the neutral is more self-interested.
How many gold in a platinum? 10?
A platinum is 5 gold.
5 gold. Okie doke.
Y'all healed up. So everybody stays the night. Some people stay the night in a temple. Some other people stay the night, in their hotels and hotels.
Hotels.
Yeah.
Hotels.com in the
Yeah.
mega dungeon.
Yeah.
I
Of
need
course.
some regular supplies. I need a few things
What do you
now
need?
that I have a voice. I need some
Yes.
torches
Oh, yes.
and a
Now that you have a
10-foot
voice, I
pole.
forgot. And you're back in town. You can speak. Yes.
Yes.
What does Chris want to buy?
I need torches, and a 10-foot pole,
Okay.
and
Let's see.
perhaps a coil of rope.
Okay. Let's see. Let's see what we got here. All right. Are you trying to just buy this stuff out, or are you trying to haggle?
Oh, you see, I'm a poor man, but you, the shopkeep, you need me. You need me to go down in the dungeon and get the supplies.
Roll a charisma check. Let's
Yeah.
see. Let's see what if Chris is able
Can
to.
I attempt to sway them with empathy for my poor little baby bird and pull it out of my hat? And he goes peep peep peep.
I'll give you a +2 for doing a little trick.
Ah, yes.
Nobody likes that baby bird.
Shopkeep doesn't look all that impressed by your antics, and it looks like well, he wants to charge you a gold piece per torch. He does also want to charge you 5 gold for 50 foot of rope. And what else did you need?
Oh, a 10-foot pole.
10-foot
pole, yes. And he wants to
10-foot
charge
pole's
you
20
5
feet
gold for
long.
the 10-foot pole.
All right, so he wants 15 gold from me.
Something like that, yeah. If you're getting like 5 torches, then yeah, he wants 15 gold.
Highway robbery.
That is a lot. You're aware of that. This guy seems to be that's quite a bit for those items. But there is inflation in the mega dungeon. Everything is more expensive here, and this you really think this guy does not look the look of your jib.
Well, you see,
why did you pull your jib out and show him that?
Yeah, it was a mistake.
I can't help it. I give him a big broad buck-tooth smile, and I hand over the 15 gold piece, and I take my equipment.
All right.
I know that when piping up will get my ass beat. I'm a 9 strength character.
Where do people sell potions here?
The potions are expensive. There is a magic shop, but I will. Yes.
What's it like?
Who
runs it?
There's a very old wizard, and he charges lots and lots of money for potions.
Are they like
they
accessible?
start in the hundreds of golds.
Is he a old are his senses dulled by his age?
Probably not. He looks like
Okay,
he's like a practicing alchemist. So his eyes seem keen.
Gave him the old rope-a-dope.
I don't know. He seems pretty clever. He seems like he's a pretty
Okay.
smart guy.
Okay.
And here's the thing. He's the potion maker. So the problem is that, if you try and do a little rope-a-dope and he catches on, he might add a little something extra to your potions, and
I understand.
yeah, the old special sauce in the Big Mac sauce is the,
Wait a second.
as they would say, or worse. But let's
So we need a
see.
big score. We need a big money score.
Yeah, you need a big money score if you're gonna. But fortunately, that's Mega Dungeon, all about the big money. So are you going back in?
I mean, that sounds like it'd be the plan.
So while that's happening, and I'm at the lawful temple, recuperating and getting myself healed, and in the morning I'll be praying. But while I'm there at the temple, I want to take advantage of the temple library.
The
And see
temple
if I
doesn't
can-
have a library.
They don't even have books.
Like, not
They're
many.
illiterate.
They have maybe 5 books.
See, I wanted to try to research the mushrooms.
The
'Cause you
problem
said
with
that
the temple library, see, is that everything here, almost everything here, has to come from the Mega Dungeon. So somebody wouldn't have brought a giant library of books down this long river. You see what I'm saying? So there's not a library. There's what
Gotcha.
there is from the dungeon. So yeah, there's not any information about these mushrooms. Now maybe if you talk to one of the older priests, but
How much?
he
we
might
never-
want a donation of 120 gold to talk about those
Oh,
mushrooms
yes.
with you.
Well, let me ask you this.
Brother. You
could-
understand out here in the Mega Dungeon,
Mhm.
things are very difficult. So if you'd like
You
to
could
talk
just eat 'em.
about those
You
mushrooms,
could just eat 'em.
120 gold might be,
You never gave us a weight on these mushrooms. How much mushrooms do we get from this guy?
Oh, it's not that many. It's just a little bag.
So maybe a pound of mushrooms?
Not even that. It's
Okay,
just a
so
little baggie of mushrooms, a couple ounces maybe.
What
It's
color?
barely anything.
What color are the mushrooms and what do they smell like?
They're brown and they smell like poop.
They're brown and they smell like poop?
Correct.
Okay. So I think in the morning before we go, he's just gonna take these mushrooms over to the tavern, and he's gonna try to sell them to the guy at the tavern.
Okay, roll a charisma check.
Yeah.
He's like,
Oh,
there's not many, and I gotta wash them. I don't know. I'll give you 10 copper.
do it again, Cameron.
Ten
Okay.
copper's nothing. 10
10
copper's
copper.
nothing.
He's gonna buy the mushrooms for 10 copper. Because
So
there's
I think you just-
it's only a little tiny bag, and they smell like poop.
Yeah.
So did
Yeah.
you just keep them, just poison somebody, or have a fun night sometime?
A fun night.
Maybe we'll put the mushrooms up in the room for right now. He's like, we'll see.
All right.
Let Tone pickle them.
Pickled mushrooms?
Pickled
Ah.
mushrooms.
Actually, there are pickled mushrooms.
I'm gonna
You
pickle
can
your
get.
mushroom.
I had somebody ask me that once, but it's been a long time since my mushroom's been pickled. So look.
Oh God. I don't want to hear about this. So back into the Mega Dungeon, please.
Yeah, I'm game to go to the dungeon. Are we all healed up?
I think so.
I got swindled for a bunch of gold. We got crab meat. Hey,
Did
can
we
we?
sell any of the crab meat?
No, don't sell that crab meat. That's our rations. I'm gonna
Do we have
add crab
do
to
we have an
my
appropriate
inventory.
storage place? You can't
Yeah,
store
my
pickled goods
mouth.
in places with daylight.
Yeah,
You
they're in
got
our room.
like a barrel or something, right? Didn't you get
Wait,
like a
what happened to Philip
22
on the way
pounds?
out?
Oh yeah. By the time you guys finish all your business, like he's gone, the crowd's gone. You
Do
don't
we
really
ever
know what
see?
happened. There's some broken potions on the ground, but other than that, like you
Do
don't
we
know what
see the?
happened. He's just gone.
Do we see the bald, hot?
Nah, they're all
No.
gone. It's hard to tell. They may have like taken him into the jungle to mete out some justice. It's hard to say.
Yeah.
Because remember, there's a jungle right outside. They could have just taken him back into a different part of the dungeon. You know, there's even a tower and a temple, there's a tower and a temple that you have to
Those are
leave. You
they're
have to leave
distractions,
Keep
though.
Town to go to the tower or the temple, which are also dungeony experiences. Um, Perhaps higher level dungeony experiences. Uh, but yeah. So you're just gonna head back down into your little section of the mega dungeon.
What we're like trying to carve out a section, right?
Yeah. You're trying to carve out a section. You're also possibly trying to find a princess, but
Yeah.
at this point that she's definitely dead. If she's
No.
alive, then she is not having a good time at all.
What? She might be partying down here. There could be cake and like candies too.
Considering that you have her party members' heads in a pickle jar back in your rooms, I'm just gonna say that
I mean,
you're
Philip
not
was
feeling
down there.
hopeful about the princess. Apparently, Philip was only down there for like a little bit. He had just run down fairly recently when Sarducci ran into him, but this princess has been down here for like a couple weeks now, and it's not looking good. You haven't even seen a trace of her, so
I don't think she made it past the ogre's tome.
it could
Nope.
be, it could be. So
Ogres have
yeah,
mean clothes.
where are you headed? Oh, you know what? I probably need to see
Nowhere
if
good.
Roland is even gonna come back into the dungeon with you guys because I feel like I need to roll some morale for him.
I don't.
Who's Roland?
He's blue now.
He's blue.
Hey, listen, Roland. Roland, before you read that dice roll, you got to know that you are an important part of this team. You know, even if sometimes you feel like you're not bringing it the way you think you are. You are.
Roll a
You know,
charisma check.
a charisma check. All right, I don't think I
Yeah.
have any,
See
but
if
I
your
will.
little speech gave a plus to Roland's roll.
Should have strong armed him, Tony.
Tony's soft sometimes.
I'm gonna
Charisma.
add on, and I'm gonna add on if this counts for anything with the charisma check. And of course, you look a good blue.
Well, he wears a mask anyway, so it's really the only like there's not much blue. You
Wait,
could
wasn't
really
he
only see
like
the blue because
he was
Do I get
disfigured, right?
he was
do I,
I thought he was some kind of disfigured. Oh, here we go. Hey, wait.
do I get a bonus for Sarducci's
Eh,
like what do you call it? Assist?
Well, I don't know if you get a bonus.
All right, all right.
But
I'm just gonna do this.
Sarducci, he maybe he helped, maybe he didn't. Oh, okay. All
Oh
right.
wow,
All right.
wow.
Yeah, I'll
no.
give a little plus to that. And actually his role was quite strong, so Roland will be joining you in the dungeon. Um
I'll
yeah.
give him a little slap on the ass. Taught him
Well,
quick, like your baseball coach did, and it made you feel uncomfortable.
yeah. That's that's weird. I
Didn't they do
fortunately
that to
never
you
had.
when you played soccer? Didn't they do that to you?
What?
Didn't they slap
No
you
one
on the-
ever touched my butt when I played. Well, girls touched
suppressing
my butt when I
memories?
played soccer, but no. I don't actually remember any coaches or, fortunately, any team members. Don't you
Oh,
remember, Dan?
do you
My
find like just
soccer
a big
team.
empty spot
My
in
soccer
your
team
memory?
was all long-haired, like hip. Like we had like we. It was like stoners and like burnouts.
That's true.
My
That's
soccer
true.
team was awesome. We had 2 exchange students. We had 3 girls on our team. We were like the only team with girls on it. One of them was a Belgian exchange student, and then we had a French exchange student. That was a guy. But our team was like so weird. But no, nobody touched my butt. The only thing with soccer that was tough was that those shorts were so short that like you couldn't sit certain ways.
You got
Or at
big
least I
balls?
couldn't.
Also, my brother, DM Steve, during soccer is the only time he really ever injured somebody. He like broke some dude's leg.
No, but I didn't do that like during actual soccer. I did that in the neighborhood. Like,
No, I thought that
With
was
a
during a
softball
game. I
bat.
thought that was during a game.
No. That was like me playing like a neighborhood pickup game, and I like snapped a kid's leg in half, and he had to get a cast from his heel to his hip. That was the craziest sound I have ever heard. That like snap, and then the it was awful. It was awful. I kind of hated that kid though, anyway, so it's fine, actually. But
Oh, so
anyway,
there was malice involved.
I don't even remember that kid's name.
Yeah, sure. Moving on.
Yeah. Moving on. Anyway, down in the mega dungeon. So you make your way down into the mega dungeon. Yes, DM Bonebreaker. Hells yeah. And of course, back into this little spot where you go in. Now, are you gonna head down to the water? You heading back down to the water section, or are you gonna muck around up here?
I mean, that makes the most sense to me to continue progressing where we were at.
Where you were at?
Elsewise, we're like undoing progress.
Right.
Yeah, let's
So
keep on heading down then.
I see. So then, okay, I can't even do that. Why is that not working? So then I'm assuming this hallway, just the straightest possible route.
Yeah, because we want to avoid the ogres again.
Wait,
Because those ogres seem to keep. They seem to
The
keep.
respawning ogres.
Mm-hmm.
what? Are we sure they'll be there this time?
Actually, Sarducci's going to walk a little bit further. He's going to prepare himself. He's going to open the door and get ready to just like from the doorway, just to banish them if they're there.
Okay. So everybody's gonna go up here, but then Sarducci's gonna go up here and like open the door.
He's just going to open the door, knowing what possibly could be in there.
Okay.
He's just going to go ahead and like open the door and get ready to like just do his thing.
Just whip the cross out and
Just whip out the holy symbol and just do it.
Okay.
I think that Tony's gonna back him up a little bit. Is this a narrow passage? Like if I'm in here, does it block his egress?
I mean, you could stand like right behind him or kind of beside him. It wouldn't be too bad. You throw the door open, and the room is empty, except for some
Ooh.
ash and burnt straw on the ground.
It hasn't
Okay.
happened yet.
No,
We're okay.
no respawned ogres this time.
He's gonna leave the door. He's gonna leave the door open.
Open. Okay, specifically open.
Mm-hmm.
And then is everybody gonna slide down the slide?
before we slide down, I want to give something to Tony. I say, hey Tone, I got something for you.
What's up, Frankie?
This is for when your ass can't cash a check that your big mouth writes, and then I want to give him the potion of growth that I
Yes.
obtained
okay.
last session.
Dwarven growth.
I see.
This is
Well-
a thing.
The potion of
Okay,
dwarven
Frankie,
growth?
I trust you. I trust you.
That's the best.
It's the potion of scrotum growth.
No.
I
I summon
don't
king
think
crab.
that's
I'm
what it
just kidding.
is.
That's for you, Comstar. That's for you. You know how many king crabs that man summoned into a fantasy RPG?
All right, let's get
All
this
right,
on the
come on.
screen here.
I can move. That's good. All right.
All right, so
At least
oh my
10.
goodness, what in the world is
I was
happening with the
thinking,
map?
I was thinking around 25.
There's some shit on this map now,
Yes.
boys.
What is the four? Is that skim milk? What is that?
No.
No, it's a 6
Dude.
foot ported foreskin.
What?
You saw that color and thought skim milk. I saw that color and thought something completely different.
It looks like it says.
Oh,
I
are
thought
you
it
talking
says
about the
skim.
ejaculate or the foreskin?
It says. I see that it says I thought it said foreskim. For some reason, it looks like it says skim.
Mhm.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
it's-
Now that I'm really like zooming into it, I see it. Oh geez.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we're dicks in the dark. We're talking about foreskim. Okay. Yeah, we are.
I
That's a lot of skim you got there, son.
That is a lot
No.
of skim.
Oh man.
All right, so you slide down into chamber 1.
Those ladies like that skim.
Yeah, I
I'm
do.
telling you.
And you're right here. I mean, you're right kind of at the point where you were last time. Obviously, you've you've explored this area over here.
Yep.
You've discovered some, there's some stairs up and down, and then obviously, I think over here, that might be the. Is that where you guys? I don't know. You tell me where you're headed. I guess.
I think we should maybe explore in the elemental room before we commit to going up or down and changing a level.
So,
and
so heading up to
I'll run
here,
that by
then.
the party.
That makes sense. Because
Yeah.
theoretically, that should just connect that hallway. There shouldn't be much, right?
We also need to figure out how to cover that a big hole.
It is
Actually,
true.
we should walk down and see if the hole is still there to see if the thing has reset itself.
Oh, that's a good point. How long was it between the last healing session and our return to see things reset? Was it
It's only
just
been a
like
day. It was yesterday that we were
Yeah,
back.
it's yesterday because I'm.
Well, I mean, last
you
time we left,
came
were
up.
we only gone a day?
Yeah, you came up. Some people spend a night in the temple. You did your business that morning and then came back in. So less than 24 hours.
And we saw things that were reset.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
Also,
doors were closed and stuff.
And this is specifically for you. Don't forget spells. Your spells are
I
reset.
did refresh. I refreshed them.
Cool. All right. So just remember. But
Yes.
yeah. So Chris suggests going back to the elemental room. So this
Before we
room
do
up
that-
here.
Is this trap reset?
Oh yeah, that's right. So when you look over here, no. And there's almost no possible way that you can imagine that trap being reset because I mean almost the entire, like a huge amount of stones, somebody would have to rebuild. I mean, unless it would magically reset, somebody would have to come in and rebuild the stones. So no, it's
That's
still
what
there's
the ogres are for.
there's still yeah
That is-
right.
yeah.
No, it's there's still a hole. In fact, even these secret doors, because I believe you probably left them somewhat ajar, there as you left them. So if they're kind of somewhat
Interesting.
open, it doesn't look like in the interim that anything has happened, at least down in this little section here.
Interesting.
So we need
What
to
if
figure that out. But before we do that, I agree with the Chrissa. We need to go look at that other door.
All right.
You guys are very interested in doors.
I'm gonna light a torch as well. I'm gonna have a lit torch ready to
Can
go
I
for
see
this.
in the dark?
Well, we have a light because we have the shield now.
An extra
Again.
light's not terrible to have. You can you're a dwarf, right?
Correct.
You can see in the dark. However, when there is light present, it spoils your infravision. So, as long as you're with these humans that need light, you pretty much have regular vision. Now, if the light would suddenly go out, or if you would leave the the range of the light, it would take around 10 seconds for your
Yeah, I
eyes to
imagine that.
adjust, and then
Yeah, there
you
would be
would
an
be able
adjustment
to
period.
then you'd have your full infravision. So that's basically how it works in this game.
I also have a general sense of direction on all axes of the ground, correct?
There's a check. There's actually, like, in your class section, there's some like stonework checks and stuff like that, and those are the dwarven abilities. So we're going the same Chuck Testa up front with probably Roland, I'm assuming.
Sure thing. I'll happily take the lead.
And then who's Sarducci taking up the rear like usual?
Yep.
Sarducci taking it up the
Phrasing.
rear as usual. All right,
Who's in the
so
lead?
yeah, you
Chuck.
head out.
But you can go in front of
and,
me, Tone.
Yeah, I go in front of you. You're the fingers, and I'm the stones.
Ah, yes.
You make it
your
up
fingers
through
off the
here,
I love
and
that.
finally up to this one. Now, to be sure, this trap also not reset. So when you get to this
What was that trap?
section, it
Thought it was
is
just spikes.
it is, yeah, there's little spikes here. So basically it's a smaller hole, much easier to jump across. It's only about 5 foot, so
Mhm.
pretty easy for everybody to get across without a check. But it also hasn't been reset. It's only like a 10-foot hole with some spikes in it. So
Technical question.
yes.
Where's my guy? Do I got to respawn him because I wasn't here before?
You probably have to respawn him onto this map, yeah.
You
So
just gotta
just
drag and
drag
drop.
yourself over. Yeah. Just like that.
Okay, so
Just
we can get
like
back to
that.
we can get back talking to talking about mothers.
Mothers.
Yeah,
Your
that's
mother. Oh.
10-foot hole full of spikes.
Yeah.
It's a-
So yeah, you make it up here without incident, and then are able to cross over the spikes and back into the room with where there used to be an elemental. There's not an elemental now. Why do I keep having this little ping thing? And so you find yourself here, and of course there is this archway that turns down. It kind of comes out here and then like turns down to the left. So
It turns down to what?
turns to the left. So it heads south.
Hey, Steve, not to non sequitur too much, but did you know that cigarettes make tigers explode?
Do they?
Sure do.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah, you gotta be careful where your pack is whenever you're in like Southeast Asia. No, probably mostly the Indian subcontinent. Tigers are pretty rare now. Their ranges are pretty reduced.
Right.
But if you
Yeah.
ever see a huge natural disaster there, somebody was smoking in the jungle.
Or any Bengali vape shops, you want to be weary.
I don't think vape counts. I think it's got to be a cigarette.
Yeah, I don't think vape is gonna work.
Times
You
Anyway,
can't just
change.
throw.
Times
You can't
change,
just
man.
you can't throw one of them patches on a tiger and expect
You
to
know
have
how
a
convenient the
have a.
vape would be
there
compared to
is
cigarettes for that
there is
tiger?
nothing in this room now other than kind of a wet spots on the floor. It's
Ew.
yeah, it's there's a little bit of water kind of like, but it's not as deep as it was before. Maybe
Okay.
Spots
about
on the floor are 20%, 23% moist.
maybe about like 3 foot at the back half, but no, it's not nearly as wet as it was before.
So this room is just nothing of note.
Nothing of note because you already defeated this the elemental and took everything that there was from the room. So now it's just kind of a swampy mess.
Can we Bill and Ted to the part where we haven't gone yet?
You're at the part where you haven't gone yet. That's the part is
Oh, sweet.
literally right here.
We are Bill and Tedding it right now.
Yeah,
Nah.
yeah. You're there. So Chuck,
We just need Steve to move the other guy.
move. Oh, move Roland. Wait, I'm moving balls instead. Why can't I move Roland?
Roland of Gilead?
Why can't I move him?
I read that book too.
Hang on.
I like that a
Maybe
lot.
you need
I-
to spawn. Maybe you need to spawn Roland.
Yeah, maybe I do.
I feel like he did the Stephen King thing where he got really fucking just gonzo at the end.
Yeah, he
So
kind of
Wait, I
lost
just
it.
spawned him and I
he does
can't
that
move him. I
now.
keep moving these
What
balls.
he does every time.
Get rid of the balls. Take away the
The-
ball.
Damn it, what the hell?
The Wizard in the Glass is one of the best books I ever read.
Wait, there's got to be
I really like
something.
that one.
Yeah.
Hang on.
I like the
Here.
I like
Lane
the
Lane
first
is a
4 of
pain.
them.
Steve
The
just
first
keeps
4 of them. Yeah,
spawning.
yeah.
Yeah, the
No,
ones
I
that he
think
like had
that's
to
gonna
like
help.
struggle
Here we
through.
go. Here we go. Okay.
Well, you'll like
I
my
had to
Mutant
change a
Crawl
setting.
Classics module then. It's
There we
very
go.
Dark Towery.
All right. So Chuck turns down here and he looks down and there's not actually a hallway here. When you look down this way in the opening, there's only about
Giant pig dick.
there's only about a 5 foot section that has like an archway, and then there is a room that's circular and maybe about 15 by 15 feet. There are shell fragments and bits of coral covered all over the floor, and the archway right here is yeah, that circle's probably supposed to be, yeah, there you go. The archway right here and there's also an archway right here are covered in fish carvings.
Ooh.
Does that mean we're gonna meet Jason Momoa?
Yes.
Is Jason Momoa the final boss?
It could be for
He
$2.
he could be my final boss.
Maybe, I don't know. Yeah. So,
Right.
I guess Roland probably would go in there and maybe do a little something something probably. Maybe like this thing right here.
What do you see down there?
Not much.
It's a room.
Yeah, so Roland says that everything checks out. And he's probably gonna go over and take a look at this this archway over here.
Can we even trust Roland? That guy was thinking.
Is that Is that how big the room, the
Yeah,
circular room is?
Mhm.
Is it a small circular room?
It's pretty small, yes.
It's tight.
that's what she said.
You know, I mean, it's 15 foot, so it's
It's not a big room.
it's not a big room, but it's also not like a teeny tiny room either.
I mean, I agree. What do Roland see with his thieving eyes?
He's like, I don't really see much over there. He's looking through this archway over here, and there's a room that is about looking at it, it's about 25 foot wide and 15 foot deep.
While he's looking at that, I'm gonna do what I just did.
What did you just do? You're looking for secret doors.
I'm gonna chill back here for a second. I have a really bad feeling about this room. I'm gonna make that audible as well.
So the room over here, Roland tells you that it looks like there's a fountain over here.
A what?
Also a
A
fountain.
fountain? Okay.
Also, this is the opposite way. So taller
Oh.
than long.
You just keep clicking on those balls. This is saying this
Yeah,
is the
hold the
opposite
balls,
way.
whatever
Do
balls.
we maybe need to shift this shaft?
Shift the shaft. Yeah, you might need to shift the shaft.
I
just
believe
a
only
little
the
bit.
original artist can move it.
Oh, well, maybe.
Yep.
I might be able to move it since I'm the DM. I can.
Yes.
So yeah, so he sees it looks like there's a fountain over here. Sarducci actually does find a secret door on this wall. A secret door right there, right on the south wall. Also, Roland reports that there is in this
A secret
room
door.
there are doors on the north and south wall. There's one door on the
Was it
north wall, one door on the south wall.
when you say secret door? The way you describe it, when I visualize it, is like a door nobody noticed until he was like, "Whoa, there's one over there." What kind of is it? Like one of those bookshelves where you like pull
No,
out
no.
the book?
Usually in this case, it's a seam in the wall where the wall looks like a
Oh,
normal
like
wall, but at under close inspection, you realize, oh, there's a seam in the wall, and we can now push the wall, and that is what is happening specifically in this case. So he finds a wall that he's able to kind of push to the side.
like all that crazy panel work that Europeans were get into for a while.
Not
My
really.
God.
So the king can just to egress to
Just
his mistress at the right
just
time
some
through secret
seams in
measures.
the brick. In the crappy brick in the
Man,
mega dungeon. But is
I don't know why. I don't
i-
know why, but like now I've got a sea shanty in my brain.
is
There's-
Sarducci gonna push, or is he gonna like want somebody to check
He's
it out, or
yeah, he's gonna look at what I have found. I found a seema. A seema here.
semen?
There's a semen here.
Yeah.
There's a
I mean,
seam
this
in the
is
wall. In the room I
this is
found.
a water
Bum bum
themed
ba-da-dum, bum bum.
dungeon, so totally makes sense.
Mhm.
All right. Well, I guess Roland will take a look for you since he's the guy. Yeah, it looks great. Roland is always just telling you everything just looks great. No traps, nothing to worry about. So yeah, he says that the door to the south looks clear. Now, while Sarducci and everybody's messing with this door to the south, is anybody checking out this room over here? Because
I'm still chilling back. I've got my torch up. I'm gonna try to like add more light to the room, but I'm not feeling good about this room. I'm gonna repeat that again to the party.
Chuck's pretty
I'd
unaware and is just going to go in there and start checking out that fountain. Really wants to play in that fountain.
okay, Chuck walks over and he looks at this fountain and it seems like it's broken. There is a place for it to kind of spout out water in the center of it, but it's not spouting out water, and the water that's in the fountain itself is like black and thick and brackish looking. The doors up here are double doors. The door down here is a single door. And other than the fountain and just some water and algae on the floor, on the walls, there's really nothing in this room.
All right, so if nothing's happened by the time Chuck has been in there and looking at that, I don't want to mess with the secret door again. I want to clear like this room that we know about first. So he's gonna walk into this room.
Well, since you've already, because you've been doing stuff, I just want to make sure, does anybody else want to search and stuff? Because obviously Sarducci has been like searching and doing stuff, so I want to see if is anybody else trying to search either this room or this room.
I would be
I
more
would like to
interested in the
search.
secret door personally.
Yeah,
Once he
I'll
found
watch. I'm gonna kind of step into the door frame, and I'm gonna hold my torch up real high so you have like a good amount of light in there.
Okay, all right.
I'm with Frankie.
Yeah, Chuck Testa moves in, and he's looking around. He doesn't find any secret doors. And Nathan, on your character sheet, there is.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm giving you 75% of my attention. I apologize.
No, I'm telling you how you roll for, like, if you're checking, because you said you wanted to check for secret doors.
Yeah, I want to check.
So then there is
it's down to my abilities.
Yeah, it is a
Because
button.
my class is my race.
That is correct.
It's a difficult topic to broach. Detect secret doors, surprise check, dwarven stonecraft, dwarven listen at parents' room, naughty time, and dwarven find trap. What am I clicking?
I don't know. It depends on what you're looking for. Probably detect secret doors if you're looking for.
Me?
I don't know.
I don't know. Tony's been around. He knows how to case a place.
Or possibly find traps or dwarven stonecraft. That's the catch-all for, like, are there sloping passages, etc., etc.
That's not a bad idea.
There are sloping patches.
Is that a hint, wink, wink, or are you wasting my time?
I think it's a hint, wink, wink, and I'm speaking up to Tony. Yeah, you're a dwarf. I think this room is going to collapse down when you open that secret door.
All right. I'll listen. I'll bite. Let me get my screens corrected so I can see what I'm doing.
Wait, the dwarven stonecraft.
I know where it is. I got it. It's right here. Spam. Bam.
Bam.
Like Emerald Legacy?
I don't know. You think it looks fine to you.
I don't like the sound of that, but I guess I get what I get. There's no redeem reroll.
Yeah, oh shit, let me try. Fuck, I spelled it wrong.
Exclamation points mean nothing to Steve.
It's
reprehensible.
Yeah, it's a terrible person. All right, so yeah, what's everybody doing now? Because you kind of looked at this room, you kind of looked at this room. Nobody's found anything so far. Is anybody gonna mess with the secret door? Are you gonna check at these doors over here? Probably Roland is gonna be maybe sniffing around these doors. He might go down to this south door and check it out here.
I'm gonna lawyer a little bit because I got a bad roll when this is supposed to be my job. I'm gonna imagine that being the type of DM that you are, you're gonna be like, you can't recheck. But I have detect secret doors. Does that detect secret doors? Does this allow me to understand secret doors as a thing? You said that secret doors. You said that like
if
secret doors are just
if you're specifically concerned about a trap, there is another roll that
the
you can
dwarven
make.
fine trap.
Yeah. So
Wow.
I will let you do that since it is technically a different a different role. It is a little slightly different. If you're concerned, then that's the one you want to roll on. But you want to roll
I
it
will.
good. You don't want to roll
I
it
will.
bad.
I will willingly take your gaff at my misstep. Here we go.
Yeah, it still
Ah.
looks fine. It's fine.
Ah!
Tony,
So
those pickles are making you paranoid, man.
it's totally good. It's
It's
totally
because I
good.
put ethyl alcohol in them and I didn't clean out the poison.
Yeah. So yeah.
So we walk up to
So
the secret door, give it a nudge on the right side, and then try to slide it open.
Yep, I'm watching for you. I'm watching, Frankie. I'm on board. I hold the torch as high as I can. Give you some light.
So the question is, I just want to know, because Roland's over here messing with this door. Are Serducci and Chuck still sitting in this room over here? Is that what Serducci came over here to search over
Oh yeah,
here?
Yeah,
All
he
right.
did.
yeah. We're split.
Okay,
Split
so
the party.
then,
We're not that. We're really not that
We're
split.
not that split.
all
Not
right,
yet.
is
Give it some time.
well
Oh,
then I guess
last week
because
was
Frank should be
was the
over
big
here
party
too,
split.
right? If he's up in here looking in this thing, he should be in here. You're over here. So is Chris kind of sitting in this archway here? Is that his plan?
Yeah, I'm. This room's got me real nervous. I got my arm.
Okay.
I'm kind of up on my tippy toes, leaning in with one hand on the door frame and the torch real high up in the room.
You
Okay.
I'm
realize what's
ready.
going to happen when he opens that door? It's the arch that's going to fall, not the room. Standing.
Maybe. No.
So
It's gonna be that round room. It's gonna fill up with rubble, and you're all gonna get squished.
so you said Frankie's he's gonna get against the wall and then kind of try and turn it with his back? Is that kind of the
No, I thought that
or-
like everybody was poking at it. I figured I could like just kind of shove all my weight on the right side, and it might pop in, and then I could slide it open.
Oh yeah. If you push on one side, it definitely goes and like opens up.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
like as soon as you push, it goes and it reveals a
A skeletal
hallway.
a skeletal princess that's been down here for weeks. The rats have been eating all the skin off and muscle and everything.
Now it actually reveals a 10-foot hallway that just ends in a dead end. So it just ends like literally right here. So it's just
No,
like
that's nonsense. But a
yeah.
secret door that leads to nothing. No way.
Yeah. So you open it up and you kind of slide in. Now when that happens, everybody's tense, but this room does not collapse.
Do
But
I?
you see there is a weird featureless 10-foot hallway that ends in just a blank wall.
Does
Dwarven
anything
stone check.
stick out here to me? Nope, not in particular.
I'm gonna stonecraft that.
Not particularly.
Why are
No,
you
nothing.
laughing?
No. I was laughing at Frankie.
I'm. Yeah, you take the lead, Frankie. You got the fingers.
Is this an illusion? I have a sneaking suspicion.
You don't know. It doesn't seem like an illusion. Now, of course,
As far as I can tell, it's
you
real.
know, Roland's gonna go up here. He's gonna while all this is happening, he's gonna
I'm
check
gonna move
this
in.
door up here. He tells you that the door at the south is good, by the way, and yeah, he says this one seems fine too.
I
Secret
wonder
So,
what those guys are doing.
After
You're
walking,
aware that they've opened the door because it's like stone. So like when Frank pressed on it and it went, you could hear it. So you know that they opened the door.
and so I walk into the back of the hallway.
You
Kinda
walk
looking
all the way to
around.
the end here?
Yeah.
Okay. You walk out all the way to the end and yeah, it's just It's weird. It's just a blank hallway. It just ends in a wall. There's
What
nothing.
if I was to look at the wall and kind of give it a knock?
You're like knocking on it. It seems solid. I don't know. You're like looking
No
all
draft,
around.
no seams.
Then again, there's not all. I guess there's not a lot of light down here. Is Chris coming down into
Yeah,
the hallway?
I'm intrigued. I'm right outside the doorway over there. And
And
once again, I'm gonna put my torch in that room.
hold it in there so that. Okay, you're like, because he's having a hard time. He's not finding anything down at the end of this hall.
I don't believe it. I don't believe a secret door would lead to a featureless 10-foot closet with nothing in it.
And while these guys are checking out
Butthole.
this hallway, what are the folks in this room doing?
I'm looking for a turn tracker because it's coming.
Yeah, not yet.
Ah, yes.
What do you see it down in that hallway?
There's nothing over here.
Come on now back.
Throw 'em
Let me
up.
let me take a look. Get out of there.
Get out the way.
All right, so Sarducci's gonna go down, check it out.
He's gonna go down and give it a shot.
Yeah, you didn't find
Not-
shit either.
Not finding anything.
I guess Roland will probably take a look down there too, since he's the thief.
And I'll have can I do like an intrusive thought thing while Roland's in there?
Yes.
And just like, well, what if we were to just shut the door while Roland's
Don't
in
shoot
there?
us in! Yeah, Roland's gonna be
We
not.
can open it. It's not. We'll just see if anything happens when the door's shut.
Except for that you're gonna leave them with no light.
Roland's like, I just spent 150 gold or whatever it was
Yeah.
to get healed, and you're gonna shut me in this hallway?
Yeah. So,
Don't be a bitch.
Tony, you'll do it, right?
Go in there in the dark by myself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can
Okay,
hand you
so
my
then-
torch.
I
No,
don't need a torch.
no torch.
He doesn't need a torch.
We don't need no
Oh.
stinking torch.
yeah, Roland's
I
like, there's
see, I
nothing
see.
down there.
Can halflings see in the dark too?
Nah. Dwarves and elves.
No. But they sure know where the G spot is.
Mm-hmm.
All right, go get in there, Tom.
All right.
It's
Going
just
in.
that height, you know what I mean?
All right.
Just like the wheelchair.
I have not been paying attention to the map at all. This has been pretty theater of the mind.
Okay, so now
I
I'm
go
gonna
in and
shut.
get
I'm
this-
gonna shut Tony away into a mausoleum. Into was it the
Oubliette.
Okay, so
The
you're gonna
oubliette, yes.
stick
Is that
Tone
in
in
here?
there, and then you're gonna shut it so that it's like completely dark and he can just like see with his infravision. That's the plan.
Yeah, just to see if anything
Okay.
changes in the room when it's shut.
All right.
If
Well,
anything
maybe,
happens, just a scream.
nothing changes. Nothing
I look like a
changes that you
girl?
can see. However, now that you're down there, and your everything else kicked in, maybe have Tony go ahead and make a roll for make a couple of rolls. Maybe for a
Alright.
secret door or for stonecraft, something along those lines.
All right. First
Tell me
thing
what
I'm gonna do-
happens. Let me see what happens. We'll see what happens.
First thing, I'm gonna take I think I'm gonna make a wisdom check to just see if I got a feeling
A feeling.
about which direction. Yeah. I'm gonna wisdom check it. Like I've been here before. Tony's been around. You know, sometimes the solution to the problem requires you to wash your hands afterwards. But all situations have a solution. Tony's gonna think for a second.
Sarducci's
I'm gonna
getting
say-
bored. He's gonna go and start fooling around with the thought.
Okay, the fountain.
Mhm.
It is yeah, like I said, it's got gross black water in it.
Mm.
Is that bad?
Yeah, that's
That's
really
terrible,
terrible.
right?
Yeah, that's really bad. You have no
Tony's a
new
jerk.
insights on anything. In fact, you might have less insight on the situation now.
The darkness has invaded your brain.
Yeah.
Listen,
All right,
Tone,
all right,
don't
all
be
right.
scared. It's just the dark. You'll be fine.
All right. Now I'm gonna follow my lore. I tried to play the system, and the system played me. So we're gonna go down to here, and can you describe my situation to me? I have been following along about as well as I ever do.
You see, this is all you have to do is look for. You're looking for to see if there's any secrets here, um, and
Okay,
that's
and I'm
really it.
shut in to see if a trap springs when
I
it goes
guess
down.
it's your plan, not mine. I have
It's
no
not
idea
my
what the fuck you
plan.
people are
It's
doing.
Frankie's plan, and I trust Frankie. Frankie.
That's why you're in there. You're a professional.
If I didn't
Yeah.
know Frankie, I would have never met his sister.
So what I'm trying to figure out is if you're actually doing anything in there.
Well, am I? Okay. Give me some handholds, and I'll give you a thing.
Look for a
Like,
door that perhaps
Yeah.
isn't
I mean, all you have to
normally
do is
on the
roll the
map.
dice that says just like detect secret doors.
okay,
Unless
we'll
you
do
don't want to
secret
do
doors.
that, and then don't do it. But
I
you
I
know.
feel like I could do both. I feel like I have 3 rolls here. I could find trap, I could stonecraft, and I could secret door.
Which of
It's
Yeah.
those is
definitely going to be
your
a
best?
secret door.
The stone crafting's probably your best, though, right?
But remember, all of those things take 10
Dwarven
minutes. So if
listen
you do
hat.
all 3, it means that you're in this little hallway for a half hour.
I'm a gooner. I can handle it. Um,
But that's I'm
Dwarven listen
explaining that it
hat
means that other people then have a half hour to do other things. It means that if
a
you sit in
gooner.
there and do 3 things, then everybody has the time to do like 3 things.
Oh, I get one thing. Okay.
Yeah, you see what I'm
Um,
saying? Like
Well, no,
to
you don't get one thing. You could do all 3 things. It's just gonna take time.
yeah, but right now we're in game terms. And so
okay, so I
basically
can
what
tell
I'm
you.
saying is that like if you're going to do something then like you can do it but other people get to do things too.
Okay. And it feels like I'm like one of the first ones going. So if I do a bunch of things, it's gonna be
When I'm just
fairly
waiting for you to do your first thing is honestly
first
cuz
thing.
you still haven't done it. You like literally haven't done anything. So
You
like
are still
First
we are
thing. First
waiting for
thing.
you to do something.
First thing. I'm gonna
Or
fix my hair.
actually I think it's gone on long enough that I'm going to say that terrible wisdom check means that Tony is completely confused and can't do
and in the
anything.
dark.
He's confused and he can't do anything. So he has. I'm going to say nope. That's not a success. The DM has already rolled that Tony has become completely confused and he's just like sitting there. When Frank opens the door
Gooner.
back up, Tony is just like literally like sitting there, just sitting, and nothing is different.
It's 6 feet of ported foreskin look like somebody's trying to squeeze the last glop of toothpaste out of an empty tube.
So what is everybody else doing then?
Sarducci is examining the fountain.
Okay. Well, I already told you. Unless you're doing something, you've examined it as much as you can examine it. Are you gonna like put your hand in the water or anything else? It's just a fountain with like gross black water in it.
Yeah, he's gonna take his staff and he's gonna how deep does it look?
Maybe only about like 2 feet. It's like
Can I see the bottom?
no, it's
You
black.
Okay, so
you'll
he's gonna
probably
take his
never
staff
find the bottom.
and he's gonna start poking around down there to see if anything's down in there.
He's like poking around. It's like thick. So you're not really finding. Nah, you're not really finding anything. You'd probably either have to drain it or actually like reach down in and like poke around at the bottom to see if there was
Hey,
anything down there.
hey, Achaka, you wanna
Uh,
reach into this thing?
sure. Did you lose something?
Well, we don't know what's down there.
Well, then how do I know what I'm trying to find?
You just feel it.
I guess I can look. Sure, yeah, I'll reach in.
Okay. Chuck reaches down. He's like reaching out in the water. There's all kinds of scum and grossness and everything else. But finally, after a little while, he does feel something like small. He puts his hand around it. It feels like a key.
Hey, I think I found a key. I don't know what it goes to.
Your arm's all covered with scum and grossness, but once you wipe it off, it looks like a silver skeleton key.
Skeleton key.
Ah,
Is
We
there
found the
boobs on it?
key. Woo!
I'll hang on to that. Sure.
Some skeleton keys have boobs, especially the Greek ones. They like boobs.
Well, how about we try this key out, Sarducci?
That sounds like a good idea. Did you find anything down in the hallway?
that's gonna be a great big no. Nobody found anything down in that hallway.
Well, shit.
Jack shit.
Well, shit. So, do we want to go to that door or that door?
Do these doors both have key like locks on them? Keyholes?
This door up here is a double door. It's the
Hmm.
first set of double doors that you've seen in this particular level. So it's notable for that. This door down here is a single door. This door up here, these doors do have keyholes. This one also has a keyhole.
Interesting.
Well, Chuck, you found the key. You choose the door.
All right. Well, yeah, I'm just trying the one I'm closest to then.
I'm right there with you.
All right,
Am
so
I
the
still alone in the dark?
No, we got you out of there. Cody.
so
Just checking.
so Chuck goes up to with this double door. Is he just gonna? Roland has already looked at that one, and he says he tells you that as far as he can tell, it was okay. But
Like
he didn't check to see if it was
trapped. Okay.
locked. Yeah, not trapped, but he did not check to see if it was locked.
Well, we
I
don't
have
need
my misgivings about Roland's allegiance.
I'll throw in the key and try to unlock the door and open it.
Okay, you like try the key. This key doesn't fit in either of the two keyholes in this door.
Hmm.
Well,
Let's try
shit.
knocking on the door.
Knock, knock, knocking on
You're not even sure if it's locked. Nobody's even checked. Roland just checked for traps. He didn't try to open
Well,
it or do anything.
I'll try to open it then.
Are you gonna just open one side? Are you gonna open both sides? You're gonna pull them open like full.
Oh, it's a double door. Oh, that's
It's a
right.
double door, yeah.
Gotta make an entrance.
Grab
Mm.
both handles and give
Both
a yank.
handles and just yeah. Is it a pull or is it a push?
It's a pull.
Are you grabbing both handles or both handles?
Yeah,
Both
Yeah.
both
Yeah,
handles.
yeah.
both handles.
You know, I usually just grab the knob.
Ah, yes. Single pull.
Yeah, but wisdom comes with. Nothing.
So what are you
Why you
gonna
guys
do?
so quiet?
Oh yeah, I'm grabbing both handles and just pulling the doors open.
Okay, you grab both handles, you pull the door open. Before you is a 15-foot wide room, only about 10 foot deep. So
Hmm.
not very big. The back wall, is covered in a really bizarre, almost cubist painting of a sea monster, and the floor has an intricate mosaic on it.
Hmm.
Can we make out the mosaic? Like, does it depict anything in particular?
The
Yeah.
mosaic, it doesn't seem to depict anything. It's just tile. It's like patterns, but not
Mm.
pictures.
Textiles are technically earthenware, and wondering if my my inherent dwarven abilities towards craftsmanship and naturally created ceramics and textiles and stonework could possibly give me an advantage in this situation when I'm looking at this mosaic / room.
I mean, maybe some stonework checking. Yeah, sure.
All right, I'll do that. Don't
This
twist
this is
my
from
arm.
the guy who sat in the hall for 10 minutes.
For the half hour.
I'm
A
joking.
half hour. I did one check. That's 10 minutes. 10 minutes.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
My mouth ran for 30. Bam. All right. Shoom. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. I don't even.
You're looking at this. No, it looks like a normal mosaic to you. Just patterns of tiles on the floor. Does anybody enter the room?
Don't
I'll give
enter
it a
that
go.
room. Aw.
I'm gonna look at this sea monster sculpture on the wall.
Okay. Chris decides to be brave, walks in the room. As he walks in the room, the mosaic pattern gives away. All of the tiles on the floor completely give away, dropping Chris into a pit that is literally the size of the whole room because the entire floor drops away. Uh, you fall. You fall the roughly 10 feet into
Well,
the
that's not
pit.
bad.
It's not that bad, receiving 5 damage, but
Hell.
also realizing that you are now in a pit. You're sitting in about 2 feet deep of water, and there are 4 large water serpents surrounding you.
Hell yeah.
Now, like, kind of surrounding you in this room. And of
You
course,
fudged that. That was like 30 feet deep, wasn't it?
nah, it wasn't that deep. Yes, whoever's just standing at the door, of course, sees all of this happen, sees Chris tumble in, and of course, that
here,
means that
wait,
finally,
here's the thing.
and nobody's
Hold on, I was
fucking
at the
winning.
door.
We've only got 15 minutes.
That's what save points are for, dude.
Why are all these on here? Oh, there we go. Now that looks
What's
right. There were
wait,
like all these blank like things on the turn tracker that weren't anything, or at least on mine. And then I just deleted Sarducci, and they like it. Now it's like it's clean. Shit, 15 minutes. I don't know. You guys can't finish this fight in like 15 or 20
Can I
minutes.
We can do it.
We can
could I
try.
react fast enough to toss him a rope before he
I have a
is
rope.
He
Yeah,
has a
but
rope.
you're falling and I'm
No,
tossing.
you definitely cannot react that quickly. No.
Are you
Oh,
is
so
that-
don't forget
that-
initiative is next to your dexterity,
And you've got to click on your character.
and you have to
To make-
click on your
trying to-
character.
Are you trying to say dwarves are slow?
Is it adding my? Do I get an initiative bonus for being a halfling?
It should.
I think it's not factoring it in for some reason because I get a 2 for the dex bonus, and it doesn't show anything else but that. But
It shows the
Hmm.
actual dice roll, but then it
oh, it says it's an
publishes
optional
affected.
attribute.
Oh, you get to choose?
Yeah, it says it's optional on the character sheet, so maybe it just doesn't figure it in automatically.
For some
I
reason I thought
see
that
a
there was
readout here, but
Oh, wait a minute. You're Frankie, right?
Yeah,
What did you roll? What did
I
your
rolled a
dice?
4 and it came up a 6.
Yeah,
yeah.
so
then it's included.
that should be right then,
Wait.
correct?
Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. This is +1 from Dick.
You just
I
need to
rolled and I'm not
you
even
you
on
need to
there.
click on your character.
Gotta-
Go ahead and click on your character and then roll again, and then change that number to a 6.
Say, why
Or yeah,
did it not
Wow.
catch the initiative the
Gotta
first time?
gotta click on your
you
character
actually
tile on the
have to
map.
click on you have to click on your
Oh,
character tile.
okay.
Oh, I got you. I see.
Because otherwise it's not giving you what you
Figured.
need.
I'm still in
yeah.
the dark room.
I'll
Oh,
go with
yeah, and
the
then I
roll
can
that was
change it.
recorded. It
Mhm.
doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter where you are, you're still gonna need to roll initiative. That way, like did that work? Wait.
Yeah, you got to do what I did, Nathan. You have to click on your character portrait and then roll the initiative on the character sheet.
Fuck, what just happened? Did I
You
just
deleted
delete?
me.
You deleted something.
Shit!
I had a 5.
Oh, there, how'd that work?
Right there.
Just roll again so that you pop back up. If
I
you
will
roll
do
again,
so.
pop back up, and then okay, here we go. Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, yes. Much
job,
better.
Tom.
I rolled 2 6s and then I got that.
No, we'll fix it. So
Okay, there we go. All right.
you need to fix
The first roll from Nathan was a
It doesn't matter. I
initiative
didn't do it right.
3.
well no, but
I'm lawyering that. Look
it
at
a
that. Look at that
3?
readout right there. Go with that
All right.
readout. That readout is. Why'd you give me 3?
Because
Isn't
it's
that-
your first roll.
I
I
didn't
see
roll that.
Nathan, initiative, Tony Baloney, initiative 3.
yeah, we did it for everybody else.
Oh
so
yeah, I see now.
Yeah,
The
your mom
records
just
don't
called
lie,
she put
Tony.
asbestos in her brownies.
All right. So it looks like Frankie is first, and he goes at the same time as these 4 serpents.
Oh, I'm dead. They got a 6. I'm dead.
They're in the water, right?
Yeah, there's
Yeah, they're in the
4
water.
of them.
And there's a pit, and he's down a bit
It's
now.
10 feet down, and then
Oh,
there's
wait.
2 feet of water at the bottom.
Well, wait, how tall are the serpents?
The serpents right now are coming up out of the water, maybe about
Variable.
3 or 4 feet.
Okay, so not
Not
easy
far
to-
enough that you can hit them unless you've got a ranged weapon, or unless you are jumping down into,
Yeah,
you got to be
Okay.
jumping down in to
You
join
just
this
let me
fight.
die.
think-
I'm dead.
No, Chrissy,
can
we
I
can't
jump
let that
in?
happen. I'm gonna run
I don't
for
think
the
we have a
door.
choice.
I'm gonna
I've
run
done a
to
lot
the
of
door.
things. Can
with
I jump in? I
Yeah,
got
well, it's my turn.
Not yet.
Tony.
We're going.
Oh,
This is
sorry.
initiative, buddy. You gotta
Yeah,
wait.
yeah. And that's what I'm gonna do.
I'm
Is I'm gonna
sorry.
run in with my short sword, and I'm gonna
Mhm.
jump off, and then like Link in the Legend of Zelda, I'll just put the sword down and just like try to downward stab.
I got
one
you.
of
I
these
got you.
eels.
I'm feeling it. Okay, so I'm gonna
Just
need you to roll.
cannonball with the sword between my feet.
I'm gonna
basically.
need you to first roll a dexterity check since you're doing kind of a fancy jumping move, and then roll your just standard attack roll. Okay.
Oh
Looking
man,
good
this is
so
good.
far. Looking
Come
good
on.
so far.
Do it. Do it.
Can he hit these? Hit one of these serpents? Oh no, he cannot. So he jumps down. He does. Fortunately, he doesn't. He doesn't put his sword
Kill
through
himself.
Chris's skull. But he also doesn't hit. He just to the side of one of these serpents. But because you made your dexterity roll and you kind of did a little fancy thing, you don't take any damage from going in there. The serpents, one of them tries to bite Chris. Oh, does terribly. The second one, wow, you're getting lucky as fuck, bro. Let's see. First roll was a 3. The second roll was a 1. What
It
does
bites
this
its brother.
serpent do? One of the serpents tries to bite you and just kind of like disappears under the water. You don't see it again. There are 2 more. Wow, that is not a hit either. Last one. The last one hit you. That does make sense. The last one. only hits you for 6 damage. However, I also need you to make a saving throw versus poison.
I have 2 HP left, by the way.
Oh no.
No.
Shit.
Lucky you made that save. Holy
All right,
shit.
well you saved, you're not dead. And so Frankie's down there. It's your turn.
All right. Well, 10 foot with 2 feet of water without some kind of rope. I don't think I'm just scrabbling up the wall. I'm not a thief.
Probably
Uh,
not.
I'm casting
behind
mirror
me.
image.
Oh.
Good call.
All right. So
I'm gonna let
reading
you
it
roll.
out.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you roll the 4 since it's you.
What is it? It's /R 1d4.
Correct.
Enter. Roll it. That's what we want to see.
That's not bad. So
Yeah,
you
that's
get
good.
4 full Chris's, and that is going to be very helpful for you, as it is now. It's finally your turn. Is Tony going to try and jump down and attack one of these serpents as well?
Is it my turn?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. I get a little bit bully sometimes. All right,
Hey,
yeah,
I'm not a
Tony's gonna jump
bully.
down
No.
and fuck shit up.
Um.
I'm not mean. I just take
No.
up a lot of space.
So what are you doing?
Well,
You jumping down in or nah?
yeah, I'm totally jumping down in.
Okay. So if you're
Can't let,
jumping down
I can't
in,
let Frankie show me up.
if you're gonna jump down in, I need a dexterity check, which is not your
All
strong
right.
suit.
All right. What are the repercussions?
The repercussions are you fall into the pit and injure yourself.
All right. Can I dangle from the edge? And it's 10 feet. I'm what, 4 feet tall? Can
Yeah,
I?
so somewhere between 3 and 4 feet tall, probably. Yeah, something like
He
that.
wants to gingerly come down.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you
Take it
drop
like
down,
somebody
if
who
you
doesn't like
drop down
ladders.
carefully, you can do that. However, you won't get an attack because you're taking time to drop down.
Yeah, but I'm the big hitter, so I think it's better that I make it down and be able to hit than get that jump.
That makes sense.
Tony already went for it, and he's good at that. I'm not.
Then Sarducci and Chuck are up. So the dwarf is down in there now, ready to attack, and that leaves Tony, Chuck. You know who I didn't fucking roll for? I didn't roll for Roland. Damn
Make
it!
him go.
Fuck
Just make him
Roland.
go. Just make him go last.
Roland will just go last this round. I totally forgot about him. He's blue, you know. But what's Sarducci and Chuck
That
doing?
guy doesn't have a 401k.
So I
Yeah.
know what Sarducci's going to do. So go ahead, Chuck.
Oh, seeing the cool dive move, Chuck has to one up, and he's gonna try and do a front flip
Okay.
and like slam down his.
All right.
sword.
So yeah, same thing. Dexterity check, and then if you're successful, an attack roll. So Chuck,
Oh
Hey.
man!
he launches himself down, does a full front flip, and go ahead and make your attack roll. Is it gonna be embarrassing? Oh!
All right. Oh wait, no, it was a 3 again.
Yes, it was.
Unfortunately, so
It was on that 19, dude.
it was
Oh my God.
close. So just like Frankie before him, he does a cool flip thing and it looks really cool, but he like splashes down in the water and doesn't hit anything. What about Sarducci?
So Sarducci's
And
going to
then,
pull
of
out
course,
his rope,
Roland.
his rope of climbing.
Yeah.
He's going to attach it to the door handle and drop
Okay.
the rope so he can drop the rope of climbing down in.
Okay.
So that so that people can get out when they're ready to get out.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's his action for right
Okay.
now.
That makes good sense.
So that's what Sarducci's doing. Sarducci's and he's just getting ready to do whatever next.
Roland's got to get over his fears. So for the first time since his horrible accident, he's gonna basically what he's gonna do is he's gonna climb walls and he's gonna climb like over here to the edge to to this like wall over here, and then he's gonna try and climb down. So he's gonna try and just like make it over and kind of make it behind, like in back, and then try and climb down. But that's gonna be his full action, and then it is going to be initiative.
Let's do this.
Man.
Everybody roll initiative. You gotta kill these things, man.
The only thing
Nuh-uh.
worse than initiative are attack rolls.
Oh yes, good. I was gonna say, did Roland actually show up? He did.
I gotta make sure I click my guy. These little things pop up when I click my guy.
Yeah, they're supposed to be
Yeah.
like
You
you
can
can track numbers.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
track like your HP and stuff in
Oh
them.
yeah. You can set those up. We have them set
Shit,
up
I'm
on up
supposed
and
to pay
away,
attention
but
to
that's too much work for this game.
We just ignore those, really.
All right. So it looks like Roland is up first here. Oh, I gotta roll for the monsters. That's good. Yeah, Roland
That
is
guy
still up
hangs around.
first. So
The guy
he
hangs around playgrounds a little bit too much.
Roland is coming down, and he is gonna try and slash the most rear guy here, and he is not gonna fucking hit either. You guys are just sucking ass. And it looks like it is it's Frankie Gan.
Well, I think we're gonna have to try and take one of them out before
You got to take
get
one of
to
them
us.
out. This is just ridiculous right here.
Bam.
That
Hey.
That's
There
a
we
hit.
go.
that is definitely a hit. So you slash one of them. It is not dead, but it is extremely messed up. It looks like it's on its last, well,
Fin.
not its last leg, but its last, what do you call, what is the body of a snake called? Is there a special name for the body of a snake or
A
a serpent?
snake's body.
That would be something. Anyway, yeah, you wreck it
nope
up
rope?
pretty bad. Nope rope. And it's Chris's turn.
All right, so I have an idea here. Let me get the text for this real quick. 3x 1d6 plus 1 missile, right? Can I
What?
split my targets?
Yes, you can split your
All
targets.
right. I want to hit the one missile at the one that just got injured, and 2 missiles at another one.
Okay. So
And that's my turn.
okay. So then you can go ahead and roll those separately. So it'd be
All right.
it'd be
So
1d6 plus 1 and then 2d6 plus
Yep.
2.
All right. Here's the 1d6 plus 1 coming in.
All right. That serpent is dead.
And then 2d6 plus 2 to the next one.
That's Azurite.
Blam! Get blasted on.
Bam! 2 final missiles smash into the serpent. It is not dead, but it is pretty
No.
wrecked. So,
Okay.
current situation, 1 full health, 1 dead, 1 really badly hurt, and 1 that went under the water at the beginning and you haven't seen it since. And Sarducci and Chalk.
So Sarducci is going to take this turn to just grab the rope and like lower himself down real quick.
Okay. So Sarducci climbs down into the pit, into the fray. What
Mhm.
about Chuck Testa?
So you said there was one that was badly hurt, right?
One that's really badly hurt. The one that just took 2 missiles to the face.
Yes, I want to hit that
Mhm.
one if I can. Unless it's like on the complete other side of the room and I can't get there.
This is kind of a small room.
No,
I
I
think you
think
could
it's a
probably get
small room. Yeah, I feel like you're kind of. That is a hit.
Cool.
It's good. It's dead.
And yeah, you just
Yay!
smash it into a little pulp, which means there's one fully erect serpent and one that
Wait,
has been hidden. Uh, the fully erect serpent is let's see who's going to go for it because almost everybody's down here now.
you know, there's 5 of me, so I'd say there's a
That's
50-50
true.
chance that they'd hit me.
And actually, they are going to try and hit you, or at least the one that's up. And it would have hit you had you not had a mirror image. It kind of snags one of your mirror image, so now you only have 3.
I'll put that in the blue thing.
Unfortunately, the disappeared serpent reappears, and it looks like it is trying to. Well, it's trying to hit Chuck Testa, and it's gonna miss in a spectacular fashion because
Yay!
Chuck has a monster armor class,
Oh, I thought you were
and
gonna say something else.
he's got a monster
maybe that too. And then it looks like, hey, you know
What?
what's funny is that like nobody else can see that, only I can see that.
Yeah, so
What?
only you can see that. That's badass. 'cause
Yeah,
that's
the
funny as
stream
hell.
can't see it. The stream doesn't see anything, but I see that Nathan's character says Steve smells like a pony jar filled with vat batter and no lid summertime.
Oh no!
Anyway, it's your turn. That's what my turn trackers. I can't. Here, I'll. There's probably a way for me to do this. I can't do that.
It's the
Yeah.
new Tyler is bald.
Anyway,
Tyler
it
is
is. It
bald,
is
lives
your
on.
turn. Are you making an attack roll?
Yeah, of course I am. That's the only thing I'm good for besides pickling heads. I would say there's only one enemy that's obvious to me in the moment, right? You said there's one that's like under the water and one that's like
No, the one that
raised.
was under the water has reappeared, so both of them are now above water. There are 2 completely unhurt serpents, both above the water.
To my knowledge, is it mechanically advantageous to hit one over the other? Like,
No,
do I see any? No.
no,
Yeah. It's whoever's closer. I'm gonna hit him. If I have to move, I'll move.
you don't have to move. The
Just
room
gonna
is
hit him.
small, or no more than
Gonna
like
go
5
down.
feet or whatever, like within the the normal
Is it hella
melee
crowded
There,
with the
distance of.
mirror images?
there it is, right there. Bam.
You lost once. Not really. No, I would say even it's still.
That's good.
That is going to be just a hit.
Yes.
So that means that Tone, he smashed one of them. It's still up, but it's fairly injured, more than halfway dead, I would say. And let's see, that looks like it is them. They're actually going at the same time as him, but oh wait, no, they already went, didn't they?
Yeah, they already went.
Oh, it's new
They went
round.
right before. So yeah, it's a new round.
Fuck yes.
It is
We're gonna.
initiative.
You guys are gonna save me.
Roll good. Yeah,
Nuh-uh.
because they got a 6. Roland.
Oh. Frankie's on the back foot.
Tone, roll initiative, Tony.
Well, 2 feet of water is waist deep for me, so.
That is true.
But you have to roll the initiative. You got to roll it. I see what you put, but you still got to roll your initiative. Roll the
Okay.
dice.
Sorry, I gotta open the window. There's just so many initiative rolls. Initiative shouldn't even exist.
That's what
There we go.
Karen is for.
It's not even just that game. It's the whole family. Bam.
Here we go. All right. Looks
Terrible.
like
Last
Chris
again.
did beat the serpents. Chuck too, but Chris looks like he's up on the turn tracker. So let's go with
Okay.
Chris. What's Chris doing since he's
So
the victim one, patient zero?
well, it's my fault that we're even in this mess.
Yes.
And I had the bad feeling about the trap. I got overconfident with the silly room.
You had the wrong
Okay.
bad feeling.
Yeah, exactly. So what's the status of the snakes in the current moment? There's 2 of them.
Current movement, 2 snakes, one extremely hurt or pretty hurt, the other untouched.
All right.
Feeling good.
And the injured one is right there with Chuck.
Yeah, I mean, really, everybody's kind of, the room's not that big, so everybody's kind of in a fray within striking distance of everything else.
Okay, all 3 missiles at the full health snake.
Okay.
And hopefully Chuck can chop this snake.
Right.
All right, so /R 3d6 plus 3.
Yep.
All right, let's explode this thing.
Holy shit.
I seen it.
Bam! Your 3 missiles collide into this serpent.
Look how those dice are.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, that's
Those are not
weird.
3.
That should be
That's
6,
a
5,
leaner.
6.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is weird.
That
But
is- that-
either way, it is just enough to take that one. And that didn't work. I was trying to delete the things, and it wasn't selected. It's dead now. Yeah.
What's it smell like?
It's
Cock.
it smells like chicken.
Yeah,
Actually,
that's what I've
yeah,
always
it
heard.
probably does
Just
smell like
thinking that.
cock. It
I was just sitting there.
probably smells like chicken. Chuck, you are up, and it is there's one snake left. Can you do it? Can you be the hero that we need?
Chuck really
Be the
wants
hero.
to
Party needs. Yeah, you
do
really
a
want
spin
this.
move, but he somehow resists.
No spin move. What?
Oh!
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 Well, it looks like you didn't need a spin move after all, and ba-bam, ba-bam, ba-bam. You can't see.
Hey,
Where's
if you're
mine?
gonna go out, you're gonna go out on a 20. That's the way to. That's
Exactly.
the way to end.
Holy.
That's the way to end the session right there.
I got
Oh.
a sneaking suspicion that any of us could have died with a single hit in that room.
You are correct. Yeah. They a failed poison save would have meant instant death in this room, but instead, Chuck takes his great sword and he lops off the head, just clean right off. Lops off the head and the body falls, and the last serpent is dead, and yeah, you are here in this room.
We might as well rummage in the water for stuff before we end things.
Mm-hmm.
So, which one are you?
The chosen one.
He's looking. He's trying to. He's trying to figure out
Oh.
which Chris is real.
Oh, he
Oh.
goes, it's me, and they all point at themselves.
It's me.
It's a me. It's a Mario.
You know what? Also, it means that like he has like 4 or 3 chick. Like if he takes the chick out of the hat or the bag, there's like a chick for each of him. Like you know what I mean? Because anything that
Yeah.
he's got, like.
I'm
Can
gonna
I
wait
just
until
dismiss these things?
Yeah, I guess you
Yeah, they
could.
just lose the. When I realize what's going on, I'll dismiss the
I guess you
the.
could though they last for a long time, so technically if you remember, as long as you're playing next time, if we're like
Oh
picking up from
shit!
this exact spot, then you would still have 3, and I mean we might as well pick up from this exact spot. I don't see why we wouldn't. Just mark down
Huh.
that you've got 3 mirror image still active. And I mean, how long is the duration of that? What's the
it's
I'll hit the thing again.
Yeah, it should be.
problem is if Sarducci doesn't realize which mirror image is which, I can't heal you.
It is true. It is true. It duration in 6 turns, so it's like what, an hour
It's
in
an
the.
hour, and that fight took how many rounds? It took like a minute.
Fuck you.
That fight took a minute, and then it's gonna take you like a turn to like rummage around the room. So yeah, I would say that after everything, say that you've got mark down on your character sheet that you've got 3 mirror images for 4 turns left.
So I memorized it 3 times, so I'll just dismiss them. I'll dismiss them. I'll stop concentrating.
Okay. I
Please,
mean,
Tarducci, I need your healing touch.
if you
Okay,
want to do
so
that, I guess that's the case, you know. All right. You want me to
so
roll for this?
yes, please. Don't roll sucky like you did for me.
No, I won't. That's a 4 plus 1, so that's 5 hit points back, which I think is
So
what you
that's
lost.
substantial for me.
Yeah. There you go. There you go.
I'm back
Here,
to 7 out of 13.
here you go.
Thank you, Mr. Sarducci.
You don't have to worry about getting me honey mustard. We're almost done, baby.
Wait, where did that voice come from? Oh no, it's the fifth snake. It wants that honey mustard,
What's
baby.
that honey mustard, baby? Nah, somebody's making me nuggets, and I got a note that said something about there's no honey mustard, and a note written on a napkin, and yeah, and I'm not worried about no honey mustard. So rummaging around in this room, you find a chest,
Heck yeah.
and you know, just for
Get ready to start writing things down.
just for the hails of it, you know, we'll have Roland do the thing, and yeah, he successfully finds that there's no traps on this chest.
What is
Uh,
that? And is that coming through stream?
yeah, that's a bong rip, isn't it? That's what it sounded like. Um, and then Chuck realizes that the key that he just found matches the lock plate on this chest.
Sweet. Well, I'm opening it.
All right, so inside the chest, there are a few things.
The chest
Somebody,
explodes.
yeah. No, actually, it doesn't explode.
It's Deanna from Battlestar Galactica, and she explodes.
No, she explodes. Yeah, that's
Do
what
you know
happens.
she has her own custom sounding rod?
Somebody,
She has
somebody
it in
rolled
multiple
me
scenes.
a.
She always wields it menacingly.
Actually, 2 people rolled me a percentile. 2 percentiles.
Not me.
Where's my generic dice rolls?
Okay, so
/R
or if you
1D
just go over,
100.
do you have like the little thing on the left-hand side of the screen?
With the little picture of the die in there?
Yeah, if you click
Oh.
on the picture of the die, it
Gets
brings
you 21.
you up
21.
all those dice rolls if you want to.
16.
Oh, okay. Tech, roll me a roll me a d4. And Nathan, roll me a d4.
All right, let's
A
calculate this
4. Damn.
guy right here.
You guys both
Oh my
get
god.
4s.
Both 4s. Wow.
Hell yeah.
Oh, that means that this
Big
chest,
stuff.
Has shit in it.
this chest contains
Oh,
roughly
I'm gonna start typing.
4,000 silver pieces.
All right.
God.
It also
the
contains
note-keeper?
roughly 4,000 electrum pieces.
EP. Okay. I'm writing this down, guys. So.
Yeah, can we be
And,
communist about money?
We already are.
Yeah, you
Okay,
kind of
good.
are.
Good. That's the better system.
And then I need one more percentile roll from whoever.
Now it's
Any-
me.
Yeah, now
Oh,
it's you.
Oh.
Ooh.
Ooh.
6.
Wow. Oh,
What?
you know, sometimes that could be like really, really good or really, really bad.
Something about outliers.
Yeah, outside the bell curve.
Cameron, since you rolled that 6, how do I want to do this? Roll me a 2d8s, but roll them separately.
D8. D8.
Oh my god.
3.
He rolled a third 6 and then he rolled a 3.
Haha, that's funny. Okay, so 6.
The devil, it's the devil at work.
I'm the Anticristo. It's
Okay.
We should build a
me.
ducking
Okay.
chair.
Roll another d8.
All right.
8.
Damn.
Okay.
Is this a roll under game or does it?
It depends on what the roll is, and then
Like the
roll me a
underwear?
d6.
I can smell Gary Gygax all over this shit.
Oh, that's so crazy. That's actually fucking perfect. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Okay. Besides the coinage that you found there is a ring of water walking. I'm just gonna tell you what it is, because you're gonna fucking figure it out anyway. It's a ring of water walking.
Okay.
And this one you're definitely gonna know what it is because of what it looks like, and it's the reason I said it is perfect is it is a snake staff.
Fuck yeah.
And I'm
Oh,
not even
no.
sure what a snake staff is.
Oh,
Is that
is
not
it
the
a,
one that turns into a snake?
Is it a
Yeah.
staff?
Staff
Might
of
be.
anal fording.
Is it you know, snakes? Is it the snake spell?
It's
Snake
like 3
staff.
cucumbers in a
The
valley
magical
path.
staff is a staff +1 and will inflict 1d6 +1 damage on a successful target. Upon command, it will turn into a snake. Armor class 5, hit dice 3, hit points 20, movement rate 60. And coil around the hit creature. The command may be spoken when the victim is hit. Any victim man-sized or smaller will be held helpless for 1 to 4 turns, unless the
That's
snake is
actually-
ordered by its owner to release the victim before that time. Larger creatures are unaffected. Victims are allowed to make a saving throw versus staves to avoid the serpent coil. When freed, the snake will crawl back to its owner and become the staff again. The snake is completely healed when it turns into a staff. If killed in snake form, it will not return to the staff form and loses all magical properties. You just get a broken fucking staff. Let's
That's
see.
You know what I think?
You know what?
But
that's
it
better
doesn't
than-
have charges, which is fucking awesome because it
That's-
means that
that's
it's like
better than-
unlimited use. That's actually pretty fucking sweet.
That is better
Hey-
than sticks to snakes. That is
Hey,
way better
listen.
than sticks to snakes.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Whoever
That's
has
pretty,
this
that's pretty
staff
sweet.
can do the best Charlton Heston impressions at parties.
I
Oh
would
my
believe
God,
that
that's
is
hilarious.
probably true.
I want that staff. I'm a wizard, y'all. I'm a wizard. I need a staff.
You could definitely use the staff.
Okay. Oh my God. All right. So everybody. So we'll deal with the. So do we all agree that he gets the staff?
I'll forego my cut of everything else for that staff.
You're the magic user, right?
Yes.
So if you
A wizard needs
Does
a staff.
anybody
Well,
else
if
serve
you-
any
Oh,
benefit to?
Hey, just saying, I stepped in here
That's
It is
true.
due to Copperfield that y'all found the treasure.
That's
Hey,
right.
listen,
Can we
So-
get it in?
Listen-
Can we get it in
listen, we're
writing?
gonna-
Can we get that in
we're gonna-
writing? The thing about giving
So-
up your share.
Well, here's
we're
the
gonna
thing.
solve this like Trotskyite adults.
I'm doing it right
Right.
now. I'm actually doing it
Okay.
right now. So he's given up his share. So he gets
Yep.
he gets the staff. Who wants the ring?
I want the ring.
All right. So the ring is taken.
All right.
The-
I have
remember,
that
the
on my
ring is
character
potentially
sheet, or-
useful. Actually, it's probably good for somebody who's short to have the ring in this dungeon, since there are places of high water.
Then
Sir?
that means that then everybody but Chris gets 800 silver and 800 electrum.
What's the ring worth on a resale market?
In the mega dungeon, probably a good bit. It's a
Probably.
magic ring, probably quite a bit, probably a couple
Holy
thousand,
shit.
probably a couple thousand gold.
How
You
how
just
do I add
immediately
that to my
hawk it.
inventory? Do I just
Yeah, there's a little spot on your character sheet for magical items. It's kind of down towards the bottom left.
well, it's
I
left
think.
side.
Tome in the
what do
battle
we
axe, plus one,
what do we
plus
do
two,
about the
plus
weight?
focus.
The
We
weight
don't-
of this
We,
coin.
we don't care about weight.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
okay.
don't. I don't really worry about it too much, because I figure unless you're trying to carry around a ton of stuff, there is a bank at the mega dungeon, so generally people are putting their like big coinage in the bank and then notating that on their character sheet.
Can
Okay,
I
so-
put this ring on other?
So Steve, you need
Mhm.
to actually add the 800 silver and 800
Oh,
electrum.
yeah, right, to
To-
Roland, yeah.
to
yes.
Roland?
Yeah.
So you need to do that because I've
Yeah.
already crossed it out.
Yeah,
You
I
need to
got
add.
it. I
So you
got
guys
it.
need to add this today, or else I'm gonna forget.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Meow.
Okay. All right.
Right, meow.
You're not gonna
Roland
meet
is
again for
updated
another
with
month.
Roland is updated with the with his cut.
That's actually
Hell
not a
yeah.
bad. That's not a bad chest at all. I'm telling you right now.
That's
Yeah, it was
the-
pretty good.
It was
That's a
worth
sweet
almost
chest.
dying for.
That's
Yeah.
a sweet chest.
Wasn't
is what that
bad.
is.
Wasn't bad. Well, we've gone a little past 10:30, but we did start late, and but I think this has been a good session. You got a lot accomplished. You moved a little bit farther in the dungeon. Look, we'll zoom out a little bit here.
Wait, we made
We're-
it one room.
You got 3 rooms.
Uh,
You made it 3 rooms. 3 rooms
All we
is
did
pretty
was-
good for Mega Dungeon. I'll be honest.
All we did was play nerd games.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Look, 1, 2, 3. That's 3 rooms. That's pretty good. Yeah. So I would say a positive experience. I'm gonna come over here to the game end screen. Wait, that's not the game
No,
end
you're not.
screen. That's the game end screen. I'm gonna come over here to the game end
Does
screen.
it really bother you when people purposely interrupt you to disrupt the stream?
It doesn't bother me so much, but when I steamroll through you, it's more because we just don't have time. It's
But
not
what
so
is
much
time?
because I don't appreciate the tomfoolery. It's more because I'm like looking at the clock and then like, oh fuck, it's 10 o'clock, and like Dan's got to work in the morning and Garrett's got to work in the morning, and
Yeah, but in San Francisco, it's barely 9 o'clock at night.
No, it's not even 8.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
Mm.
In San
I want
Francisco,
you to hold that in your
Yeah.
heart.
you know, there's some people that it's like it's still morning, practically, you know. So we understand that,
Mhm.
but for us East Coasters, it's
Wait a
it's
minute,
late at night.
Who's playing in Myanmar?
Yeah.
Who's in Myanmar playing? It's like
Is somebody using a VPN?
Is that how you say that?
That's how-
Myanmar?
you know what?
Myanmar.
Because of where I work, I've heard it like 5 different ways, and that's the way I say it.
Okay, because I've always assumed Myanmar, but I can see it being something that's.
I mean,
there's probably
yeah,
a lot of different ways.
There's
to
a
say.
couple different ways to
Myanmar
say it.
even exist? Is that still exist? Is that the because that area's gone through massive like.
Oh, that's
geopolitical
right.
change.
Yeah, it has.
Mm-hmm.
It has.
Like nobody's hanging out in Beirut anymore.
I'll tell you what. The one that messes with everybody is Antananarivo.
That's not even words.
Nah.
Yeah,
I don't
Antanan-
believe that is a place.
Did I nail it?
Antananarivo.
I don't think that's real.
Antananarivo, yeah. Yo, it's a
I
real
don't
place.
think that's real.
It is a
Me
real
and Dan
place.
meet there every 6 years. That's
Mhm.
when we exchanged the cards.
You didn't go to Thailand, did you, Garrett? You didn't go to Thailand.
No, I
with
didn't
the
go on
guys,
that
did
trip.
you? Okay.
No.
Hey, we talked about appropriate stream things.
Yeah, we can't talk about that Thailand trip. Nobody here went anyway, so it's nothing to talk about. All right. Well, it looks like we're here at the end of another mega dungeon and finally the end of the mega March Madness mega dungeon. But don't worry. Mega Dungeon will be back the last Wednesday of every month, and
Yeah.
hopefully our friends will be back to join us for more Mega Dungeon madness. Once again,
Oh,
don't
man.
forget to go check out Country Fried Minis.
You know what? That's like 5 weeks away.
Yeah, it's a while away, so
It's
you
a
got
while away.
time. You get
Yeah.
time to chill
It feels
and
like you could. It feels like you could slip in a Friday night, like a bad prom date, once in a while.
a slot Friday night Mega Dungeon. Oh boy, Friday nights are tough because our crew has lives. We're lifers. There's people that Dungeon Dan's wanting to go out with the bar. You know, he wants to have a drink. Garrett wants to snuggle with his fiance and eat her baking. Like
You know,
her, like
you
her
know,
cookies.
that's
Like
really
actual,
not
no, I mean like real cook, like pastry.
I know this.
Actual
I know the
pastries.
cookies are real.
Pastries.
young?
She's a pastry chef. That's what I'm
Yeah.
talking about. Don't get weird on me here.
Oh god!
But we all
You
know,
make
yeah,
it weird.
Friday night's
A
tough.
tart,
That's
like
all
a
it is. That's
raspberry
all I'm
tart
saying about
every
it.
weekend, fresh baked.
Hey, that'd
like
be
the
awesome. There's
flaky
nothing wrong
style
with
dough.
that.
Oh yeah, I'd be so fat.
Oh boy. Well, anyway, we've been the Dicks in the Dark and our friends from Country Fried Minis. If you've enjoyed this stream, please hit like, subscribe, all the YouTube stuff, and thank you everyone for showing up.
Bacon is vegan.
See you later. I don't think that's true.
Hey.
In a
But
long-forgotten
vegans
land,
can be vacant.
in a jungle dark and deep,
Wait,
Bacon? Vegan?
there hides a ruined
don't cook
site,
me.
a
And
tower temple,
salty belly
and a
fat.
key. But what lies
Bacon
within
might
Salty
not
belly
be-
fat of a
What
turgid man
remains
will
of
carry
the
you through many storms.
Wait, what?
His treasures,
Like
traps,
bacon
and
may
more
not be able to
is
be
what
vegan,
adventurers
but vegans can definitely be bacon.
Well, that's not true.